Hi, everybody. Welcome to Spirit Inspires. I'm Teresa Roba, your personal spiritual medium. I just wanted to tell you the spirits are really excited today to do the show. So much that they came to me last night. So if you guys are feeling your loved ones this weekend, they are with you, no doubt, because they want to let me tell you how excited they are to give messages to you this week on Spirit Inspires. And when you do give your $10 donation, you are eligible to be picked from all the people that have donated to see if you can be chosen today to have a reading live right now. No waiting. Right now, you can connect with your loved ones. So don't hesitate to donate. We want to get those donations out right away. And I'll fill a little time while you're donating to do a couple things, pull a couple cards. But I want you to know how to donate. Venmo and PayPal are your ways to donate. And Venmo is at Teresa-Roba. At Teresa, capital T, H, regular Heresa. Versa. I know it's corny, but you'll remember how to spell it. Capital T, then small Heresa. Dash, capital R-O, B as in boy, A, Roba. Okay, and then get that $10 minimum donation in. If you want to do more than that throughout the show to have your name placed in the donation bowl multiple times, go for it. Okay, at the end of our show, the top donator will absolutely get a reading today. So if you want to do $21 instead of $20, that might put you ahead to be selected at the end of the show. The other way to donate is PayPal. And the way to do that is connection, TMR, at gmail.com. That's connection, TMR, at gmail.com. And again, $10 or more, get you your name in the bowl that we will pick live on camera throughout the show. And I hope you are part of our show this week. So you got to watch today. So possibly you could be chosen today to be a part of our show. And I want to thank you ahead of time for your donations, because that puts the lights on, pays through the electric, the people that are handling the chat room, the auto system here to make sure everybody hears what everybody's saying on the phone, the Facebook, the YouTube stuff going on, all the stuff that has to happen that I can't do, that I have to hire people to do. And you help this show happen every week. So thank you ahead of time. So if you're just tuning in now, the Spirit Inspires, I hope you donate through Venmo, which is at Teresa-Roba, PayPal, connection, TMR, at gmail.com. Now, while we're waiting for donations, I want to pick a couple cards here. So think of somebody you love that's passed right now. And we're going to open the show with a little prayer that I want you to say with me. It's very short, but I got this and I really felt to share it with you. So let's start out with a message from our loved ones. So just think of that loved one that you love so much that you miss them in the physical. It's love that you grieve them. It's love-based, and they understand that. And here we go. I feel healthy and happy. So they want you to know that they're in a world that can no longer hurt them. They're no longer of the flesh of the physical. They do have a body. People ask that, Teresa, do they have a body? And they tell me to tell you that they do have a spiritual body that looks very much like themselves in their best existence. So think of themselves as young, vital, healthy, happy. They still have their personality. They still have all their memories of you and their life here on earth. And they're creating new memories in heaven with all their loved ones and friends and even their pets that they get to reunite with on the other side. And they do talk a lot about healing and learning. And they talk a lot about feasts and gatherings, which are, they party over there. Being at peace doesn't mean quiet in the afterlife. They're a rowdy bunch for sure. And there's a lot of musicians over there that are jamming and singing and doing their thing, and artists that are painting, and whatever you love to do that's a positive, love-based gift continues in heaven. And even though the things that you still have to work on are part of you when you go to heaven, you can work on them. And it's you're surrounded with your worth. God reminds you of your worth, and that you're so loved, and in that you heal. So it's not a torturous heal like people would think of hell and all that stuff. So know that they feel. And if we just looked at the picture of this card, there's somebody on top of a big rock, right? That rock is your faith, and the arms are extended out, which is joyful. They want you to know they're happy, really happy. And I always think when I see this kind of a statement like this, I always feel like they're saying, hey, I want your attention too. So they do give you signs. So whoever you were thinking when I asked you to think of somebody, they do reach out and give you signs. They do. So those signs can only be delivered if you accept them. So you want to walk around in the state of surrender, letting them do whatever they can do to give you that loving connection that you want, that you need, that will help the healing process here, because suffering is on earth, not in heaven. So they do want to come to you, not wait till you die to catch up and fill you in over there in heaven. They want to seek you here to lighten your grief, help you in your healing process. So the more you accept what they give you, surrender in the way they give it to you, you're going to connect more, okay? And all they really want is an acknowledgement and a gratitude. So in other words, when you get a sign, just say, hey, I know it's you. I love you too, all right? Feel grateful. Send that love right back to them. So why don't we, what do you want to do? Do you want to pick people and have them choose numbers? Yeah. For a card, maybe? Okay. Yes. So why don't we have somebody in the chat room throw out a number, and then I will choose I want to do a fortune card. Have some fun while we wait. And then we'll get into the prayer before we start the readings. So, and what you'll do is you'll just throw a number you feel, just not 175. Okay. Just like a number from 1 to 50, say, or 1 to 20. We'll do 1 to 20. And unless you feel 24, say, just not real big. And then I'll pick each card here and give you a little guidance, some fortune telling in a way. Somebody picked a 2. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me see. Number 2. Okay. So that's 2. Okay, and it's always good to put your hands on the cards, get your energy combined with the cards connecting to you when you work with cards, and not just go to the cards and pick the second card, or move them around a little bit, and then so 1, 2, and then you're just going to get that feeling when to stop. You just have to trust it. A lot of this work in working with your guides, that's who's giving you to stop. Your angels, when you're working with the light, working with heaven, communicating, because God knows we could talk to them, tell them all day, we miss them. But for allowing them to lean the other way through the veil to help us feel them and get messages, it's a lot of surrender and waiting and then sensing, almost like your spidey sense. So, okay, number 2 here. That was a quick one. So let me say number 2. Okay, so for whoever said that in the chat room, you get to know that your wishes are in at the present. Okay, so they're coming in, your wishes. So isn't that funny? Because we did have 11/11 the other day. And just for the record, it's November 14th, 2021 out there. Okay. November 14th. It was 11/11 the other day, and that's the symbol of creation, focusing, being motivated on a positive change, like really going to better healing, like going in a positive direction. So it's working with your team, your entourage, which again are your angels. Don't forget them. Your spirit guides, people that have passed can help too, of course, if they can. And then you have your the saints and God and all that. So your wishes are in at the present. So they're here. Some of them you're just got to start seeing them, and then knowing that they're coming in. So really pay attention to your thoughts, keep them positive, because when you think, you create. Okay? And it says here, tears will fall. So isn't that poignant for the show we're doing, Connecting to the Afterlife? Part of life is grief. To have loved is using your heart. For it to just sit there and not be used. To love is the action of the heart, and it's love, right? And then when you lose, there's tears, there's grief, it's because you loved, but you never want to sacrifice all that you receive through the love process to give up all that pain. But even in the pain, you're loving still, and they're able to love you in compassion with the signs and dreams and all the things we get. So third one says, you will be called upon to help a friend. So be aware on where God needs you to be. So we want to be in service. We want to help others. The first thing you want to do is look around and see a need. See what is hurting or lacking for someone. See if you can help them. Okay. Look around. Don't worry to say, what am I going to pick to help people? Should I feed the hungry, clothe the naked? Look around right now and see, is there a need right in front of you? Because that's why you're getting that pull to help, because that need is already there and they want you to seek and be a part of that amazing transformation of positive change for that person. And being a part of that just makes positive change for you. That was kind of fun. Okay. So let's do a prayer and let's hope that we have enough donations that we can start doing some readings. Okay. And of course, you know me, I'm going to smudge. So this is some fresh sage, right? Sage. It's white sage, and you get it at the Amazon is where I get it. $8 to $30, depending on how much you get. You break it up, put it in a bowl, and you light it. The flame, when you blow it out, the smoke that comes from it is your intention. You want to make sure you're thinking of why you're doing it. And then you want to sweep around, which is cleaning the energy. So whether or not you see it with the human eye, you are energy. You are pulsating. You are moving around. You have DNA. You have physical, emotional, and spiritual energy all combined in this body. It actually goes out to about 3 feet. And it's a lot going on. You got your personality, you got past lives, you got future expectations, you got all this stuff going on. You've got your mind of wants and desires and fears and, oh gosh. So this is good to do every now and then. It kind of like when you wash your body and you remove germs and to prevent illness, this is a good thing because it cleans the energy of the room, the space, everything in it, and even you. So, and again, your intention. So we're going to light this. And when you are done with it, do not just put it away. Stay with it in case there's still a little flame there, but you didn't put it all the way out. Okay, and it should light pretty easily. And you don't really need a lot. It's like holy water when you bless yourself. You don't go, oh, I forgot over here and over here. It blesses all of you, spiritually, emotionally, everything, and your whole life. This is what it's doing too. Some people will say it smells like church because they use it in church. So don't think this is anything weird or anything, no chickens are killed to do this. Okay. There's no sacrifices. Okay. So what it is you take a feather traditionally and a shell, but you don't need it. You could do a bowl and you could do a card, a magazine, pizza delivery menu, okay? And you go like this and you go above and you do the space. You go upward around the room clockwise if you want to do your room, and just know that it blesses everything. And when you want to do towards yourself, obviously you go like this, right? Especially around your head, because that's the divinity, that's your soul's connection to the divine connecting to you. Alrighty. So that's good. We got a good cleaning there. And know that when I sent this out for you, that little bit of smoke, let's give you a little bit more there. It's just like how prayers work. I could pray for you and you're not in the room with me. It still works. This is the same intention, going out there in a blessed, holy tradition as doing sage, and it will reach you. Okay? And you always put it not on a paper plate. I put it on something that is like a bowl of some kind. Okay? So let's do our prayer, and you repeat it within your mind and heart, or you can say it out loud. Okay? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit, help me to let go, to give myself over to where you are leading me. Guide me and comfort me. Lord, your love is everlasting. May I feel you and your love wash over me. And may I reflect the light of your love into the world. Amen. Okay. All right. So we have any donations?
Yes.
Yay. And thank you again. Because that yes is because you donated. So thank you. So this is my Mia. Baby, my first grandchild. Isn't she gorgeous? And people say all the time though, I don't know if I ever tell you, your granddaughter is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. And Nancy, and I knew you were going to be, I knew it. Nancy Toth, you are our first reading. I heard it all the way here. She had texted me, that she was going to donate today. We were just happened to be, I never chat with anybody because I want to keep this up and up. And we just happened to be chatting a little bit today on texting. So I said, really, you're going to be donating, And here she got picked, first one. So Nancy, phone number, ready? 215-393-9021. 215-393-9021. She lost her son, Michael, her and her husband, John, and he's been somebody that kind of pops in every now and then. We've become friends since I first, way back in the day, brought in Michael. A couple weeks after he died, actually, they tell me, because I don't remember anything. So I want you to call Nancy. I know there's like a 2-minute delay. Ooh, the energy's getting really strong. Oh, that's probably Michael.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, do you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Yeah, he's very strong. Almost like you're like, oh, like there's an earthquake. He's here. So 215-393-9021, Nancy Toth. Please call the show, Spirit Inspires, and we will pick up and mic you. Testing. Nope. Let's get this all ready for her. Testing. Okay. Come on, Nancy. Oh, there you are. Okay, let me see. Nancy?
Well, pretty close.
John! Nancy, your voice dropped.
She ended up, she had to go to the hospital to visit a friend.
Oh, God. Thank God she's okay. You started out, she had to go to the hospital. I'm like, what? Okay, to visit a friend.
We were saying because Mike usually comes through at the end, like, okay, it'll probably be around 6 o'clock he'll come through. Naturally, it's the first one.
First one, and I'm telling you, last night I'm laying on my sofa. Me and my husband are watching our DVR shows we always usually watch before we go to bed. This energy came in. I'm like, oh my God, all these people. I should have known it was Michael.
Yeah.
To be the ringleader of the group last night. So welcome to Spirit Inspires, John Toth.
There you go. I started nodding off yesterday, and I saw Mia picking the name out of the jar and saying John Toth. And so I said to Nance, and that was at 4:30 this morning, I said to Nance, we got to make a donation.
Oh, wow. You saw that. Well, you're great because right out of the gate. And should we even ever be surprised? I was like,
No.
never. I still am. I'm still in awe of his great gift from heaven. But it is such a pleasure to be able to do this. And I did tell people before you called in, how many years ago was that where we met? And it was a few weeks after, Michael had died. You had told me. Remember, when was that? How long ago was that?
That was almost 11 years to the day.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost 11 years to the day.
Well, you mean in November?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because he passed November 10th, and we got together. It was like late November.
Oh, wow! So it being November 14th, did we even have to pick a name? I mean,
yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So there's so many, and you're teaching. I love how we talk like this, and it's live because you guys out there listening to our conversation, you're learning that do not just pigeonhole what you get from them. Open yourself up to see more about it. The timing of this, was anything October with you or Nancy?
Well, that's my birthday.
Oh, is it?
21st.
Oh, and I'm such a good friend. I should remember that, but I do forget. And you've accepted that fault in me, so I love you for it. But yeah, there you go. I just feel like it's such a birthday present for every. He's such a lover. So aware of how much you guys love him, and love can grow even when they're not in their body. You're spiritually exchanging energy and communicating and sharing this part of your life together. You could grow in love, and your love for each other has, on his side and here, he wants me to tell you, has been growing and growing and growing and growing. It doesn't freeze. Yeah, it doesn't freeze, limited at its point when they die. The love for him, it actually can grow through the process of, connecting with him, and even in your grief, the healing of the grief part, you love him more. You fall more in love with him. And he just wants you to know. I don't know if I've ever said that to anybody. So that's kind of a new revelation here, that they really do grow more in love with us. We grow more in love with them. And that it's part of the healing exchange, and they really want you. And I say they, because I said, I just heard myself say they. He goes, and I'm talking to you, Michael. He goes, well, you think I ever come alone? So of course he brings his party with him. All the food is on the tables to the side, the balloons are to the right, the DJ and the band's in the middle. I mean, he really is having lots of fun with you, and he just gets so much out of helping others through you. And he says, if only we could make my dad like 5 people, and I could just talk to and get all these spirits that want to talk to so many people, because for those that are listening, John has a gift in his grief process. His soul is opened up to wake up a gift in him to be able to channel his son, be able to hear him and sense him, and also be able to pick up on other spirits, people that are no longer in their body, walking around, that are able to walk the earth plane, because they are. It's normal. It's not weird or scary. They're in heaven. They walk in onto the earth plane. They walk back into heaven. Drew, can you shut that door? Can you shut that door for me? Yeah. All right. Thank you, sweetheart. So just know that it's about him working with you, that you're in business together, that he's telling me to tell you, he sets it up. He picks the person. He said he has the spirit come to him, and somehow he gets you near that person.
Yeah.
And then he starts channeling.
With the woman, I was working overtime this morning on 3rd shift, and I made a connection with a woman.
You want to share it with people? Is it too personal, or?
I'm an electrician at Boeing. I work 3rd shift. So naturally, like being an electrician and speaking to the afterlife goes hand in hand.
It's energy, right?
Yeah.
It's electric.
So this is a woman who is a like, oh my God, I needed this message so bad. So
that's great.
It was really great to,
Yeah, I always call it like something cut to the core. Something cut through all her skepticism, all her wonder, and just got right into her heart and helped her know he was there,
Yeah.
That faith lit up. So we all have it. It's sitting there, our faith, but when it lights up and we can actually really heal and really have wonderful, amazing connections with people that are just like us, but no longer in the flesh, and which is God and the angels and all that good stuff that always likes to help us down here, and we need them, don't we? Yeah. So let's see what, and thank you for all that you do, because I know, I feel like I can't say it enough, your son Michael gets such a kick out of it. Like he goes, yes, we got another one,
Right.
Another message, another soul enlightened, another soul and spirit in the world of a light that has felt like they got their words across, because you think we're the only ones that didn't get a chance to say certain things. They really do hold on to some things they really wish they could have said too. It's a two-way street there. So for them to relieve that and to really let that flow, there's such a good feeling they get, because when I first got a spirit telling me, I feel good, thank you. And what do you mean you feel good? You have the Frito calorie buffet. Yeah. And no, I feel good because, I didn't want my sister to think I committed suicide. I OD'd. It was an oops. It was an accident, not to blame herself, blah, blah, blah. And I feel better. I said, oh, okay. So there is healing on the other side. It isn't just a perfect world you go into and you have everything, all the I's dotted, the T's crossed, So they have their own agenda along with ours. And when we can strike both with one message, what a great day for spirit, So let's see I do get your mother right out of the gate, okay? And she talks about having to go through a lot of healing when she first went there. A little bit of a shift in how she saw things, okay? And I kind of feel like, I don't know whether she had a sadness or she was suffering from a loss. She had to really wake up. She believed in God, but I feel like she got a little bit, her mind got a little scrambled and she had to get like a little bit straight in thinking. And I do feel two dads for you. So I feel like Nancy's dad is coming in. Did one of them ever have a farm or work on the land or be like a carpenter of some kind?
I actually grew up in Vermont on 100 acres. And we had
You did?
garden, we had cows.
You?
Yeah.
So how, I don't even care. Things you find out about your friends.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Who would be like a handyman, like a carpenter? I feel like working with wood, or I got a hammer. And again, I'm an indoor girl, so they can't give me much of probably what they would have if I knew more about this. But just know that I feel like somebody liked to work with their hands, and it may be just something that they never really became famous doing. They just liked doing. And I just kind of feel like a male coming in. I don't know if it's a grandfather, but I just feel like him coming in and loving you, Do you have are you a namesake? Are you a namesake to like one of your grandfathers? Like on your dad's side?
Yes, I'm a namesake to my grandfather, his son, my uncle, and Michael is as well.
How do you connect though? With your middle name or your first name? Is that your...
My middle name is his first name.
Who? Is that your dad's side?
My grandfather, my mother's father.
Oh, your mother's father. Okay, I just have to really get that. And did you ever see pictures of them or get to know them?
Oh, yes.
Okay, one has a beard. One has a beard or facial hair. Who would that be? It may be, no, I keep getting grandfather. Like you get this kind of goofy hat and like a white beard, but not long, but just on his face.
I don't remember him ever with a beard.
I kind of feel like who's the T like Thomas? Like Timmy, Tommy.
Well, my brother-in-law is
Your brother-in-law, meaning like Nancy's side?
Nancy's brother, yeah.
Oh, okay. Thomas, is he the baby?
Yes.
Okay, that's her side coming in. When they reference something, anything, just not like I like pizza, just to say like I'm here too, I love you, and we're here loving Michael too, and he's a piece of they're just like cracking up about him. He likes to how do you say this? Prank people over there. He's a little bit of a prankster, Like you ever see somebody who puts their arm around someone, taps on their shoulder, and goes like, like pretends that someone tapped them on the shoulder over there, but they're standing over here. It's kind of like a little joker, Okay, hold on. And his daughter, your son's daughter, why do I feel like there's a congratulations this year coming? Did she graduate?
She graduated high school last year.
Oh, last year. It's a year out, so I went the wrong way. Okay, you're back. So know that he was there for the graduation, and know that he couldn't be prouder. I don't know if she's wanting to kind of take a chill and then figure things out, but
that's exactly it. Yes.
Okay, because he goes, don't rush her. Like she's got it in the bag. Like she's going to be. There's a creative side. Does she draw or paint or sew or? I kind of feel like there's a creative side to her and there's a very compassionate side. So she's going to kind of push those things together, and you'll see.
Okay.
Was she talking about going into the health field? Because she keeps going back and forth. She's not sure. So in other words, let her be sure because when she's sure that that's what she wants, she's going to study more. It's not like they made her, or you really should do this. All right, I'll do it for you. And she's not. She's going to, when she chooses it, she's going to really apply herself more.
Right.
You get get that? How do you connect with the number 12? I just saw a 12 for some reason. Does December mean anything? Is that your dad or?
Not that I'm aware of December. I think March 12th, though, was my grandfather's birthday.
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. And did anybody smoke a pipe or?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, he did. Okay, because I see the, Okay, hold on. Michael says you always picture him like working so hard for everybody. Like he has this quest in heaven, like he's a missionary. Like he's, Joan of Arc, but on the other side is a male, like Archangel Michael, and he says, but you got to understand, you got to picture me having some really good fun, like jamming with the band and, just goofing off and laying in the pool and kicking his feet in the water. Because there's so much fun where he is, and there's so much pleasure of what you're doing and who you're with. It never really ever feels like you're working that hard, even when you apply yourself to help somebody. Do you understand?
Right.
Yeah. It's almost like the weather's so nice you forget it could rain,
Right.
It's a different reality. Yeah. Why is he talking about fishing? He's bringing up a fishing pole and fish, catching big fish.
We used to fish together, and we took his daughter, Kylie. We took her fishing a couple times.
Oh, okay. Well, he just gave me a really big fish, Like it looked almost fake, like it almost smiled and winked to me, like a cartoon, like it was so big out of the water, It makes me feel like there's a place that's special, that you've been to lots of different places, but let's say the one you always really liked. He goes, picture me there, the water is nice, everything. There's no environmental issues, and that he has that over there, He's wearing like a black shirt, but I feel like something's on it. Is it a heavy metal band?
Yes.
Is it AC/DC or Metallica or what's the?
It would be AC/DC or Metallica. It'd probably be Black Sabbath.
Okay, that's it. Because I felt like I couldn't get it, but I knew it was not,
Yeah.
right? Not to make anybody feel bad. Okay, hold on. And when you hear certain songs like that, isn't there a direct link to him?
Yes.
Right, Ozzy. Okay.
Yep.
And big, yeah, and it's almost like, you know, I'd say the 90s, even the early, you know, millennium, like the early 20th century, 21st century, we got a lot of Oz, but it's like kind of like not so much. So when you hear it now, it's going to be something like, but he's, of course, there's going to be on the radio eventually because he is one of the best. But it's like what the timing, like when you put the radio on or when you go into a store or when something you overhear it, or it's just like crazy how he does punch that through, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. He says he sees mom struggling, even though it's been years, even though there's been many messages, even though there's so many messages from you, she's still struggling. You're struggling, but she's really, I don't know, you know, when's her birthday? Is she September?
No, she's June.
Oh, she's June. He says, is his birthday around there too?
His birthday is March.
Oh, March, April. It's something around like certain days, certain times of the year, especially right now. In fact, that's one of the reasons he's pushed through. Spirit let him be the first one. She's going to go through that. It's part of it, but please, he says, please, he's begging you to walk over and just hug her and say, Michael wants me to hug you. And she's going to have to put up with it. The eye rolling or, oh my God. Just do, because I feel like she needs a hug from him. She's desperate to feel that hug again from him. Just one more hug, you know, from her son. And to hug him would be great, but just to feel him hug her. And I feel like you're going to simulate that. His energy is flowing through you, and he will be hugging his mother. Okay. At some point when he first passed, did you do something like messages, whether tied to a balloon or wrote him a letter? What did you do at his funeral?
We did that at his funeral.
What? The balloons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you released balloons?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So know that so he showed me real close up, like pieces of paper with handwritten messages to him, you know, whether it was a heart or a kiss.
There were messages on the balloon, like on the string part.
Yeah. And I almost feel like you wrote something to him too. Like you wrote something. Like, and many times that could have taken different forms. I just know that inside we don't get a chance to say what we want to say alive. So as he dies, there's thousands and thousands and thousands of letters consciously in our heart we're sending over daily. You know that. So just know that he has received everything heartfelt, and he knows truly what you're feeling when you send it. Okay. Why do I feel a dog going crazy? Do you have a dog now or no?
No.
Okay. Then this is a dog that's passed, and it's not a small dog. I feel like it's a bigger dog. A Duke?
Oh, you know what? His daughter had a Great Dane.
Great Dane. Okay, that looks like it. Is that slender?
Yeah, he was.
But lanky?
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah, he was a goofball. Yeah. Was anybody having to? Why do I keep getting John Wayne? Like the Duke. Something to do with a cowboy. Western. I don't know.
Unless that goes back to our life over in,
I know. I thought of that. Yeah, we did a past life regression, everybody, and he went back to the Wild Wild West. He was the sheriff, which I saw it before he even told me. We very psychic together. We get together many lifetimes. Could there be? I know this is out there, but a dog that would be like Bud, Duke, like Butch, like a name like that. That's okay. And who's the B? That's, yeah, we got to wrap up. Who's the B that passed? Is it Brian? Robert, like Bob? Do you have an Uncle Bob? Do you have, actually, I have a friend for you coming in. Like a friend, like somebody that might have worked with you that died suddenly.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you expect this. Is David mean anything?
David. No, nothing I'm aware
Or
of.
D like Danny?
No.
Daddy. Okay. Well, Michael's coming back in saying thank you for all you've done for his daughter and will continue to do. And also love and affection to mom for all she's done for her and will continue to do. Because you, I don't know, you have a life going on. We chat every now and then. Did you go to Florida?
Well, we've been to Florida. Yeah, we've been to Florida.
I mean, like in the last few months, did you go anywhere near water, like a lake, like South Carolina? I almost feel like Florida.
Nowhere down there, no.
No. Not Wildwood, because I know you have a house in Wildwood. Where did you travel at all, even with COVID going on?
We haven't traveled. No, we haven't traveled anywhere.
Okay. You know who I'm getting? And now this is your friend. Know that that's that. You've got uncles.
Just before COVID hit last year, we did travel to Florida.
Florida. Okay.
Yeah, we were in Key Largo.
And you know who I'm getting? I'm so bad with name. Please forgive me. I love you guys so much, but I couldn't tell you anybody's name. Is somebody? I think is it last name Kelly, first name Kelly?
Yeah.
You know those people that lost their daughter? Isn't that like Nancy's cousin or something like that?
With them down in Florida.
That's who I'm seeing. You were with them?
Yes.
Yes. That's your son and everybody. There goes the goosies. That's everybody saying, where you go, I go. I don't sit home waiting till you come back from vacation. I'm on the plane. I'm in the car. I'm doing everything you're doing. They go, and you know that. But and really what this is too, even more than that, is it Krista?
Yes.
Is that, did they say her name right?
Yes.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's a miracle. Okay. This beautiful girl is with your son and hanging out. They're very different. Okay. But they have so much in common with their sense of service, their intelligence, their creativity, and just being an old soul. They're a power couple over there. Now that, I mean, as relatives, as friends, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Soul partners in a way. Yeah. And I feel like they're, I want to say a dynamic duo.
Easy for you to say.
Not easy for me to say. Well, let's go to the cards. I'm so honored to speak for Michael. You surpass any connection I'll ever have. You have the deeper connection to Michael than anyone should ever have. Don't let any medium or any psychic ever trick you into thinking they're superior. You've got it. And you're so blessed with that. God bless you. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I want you to tune into your heart. And whenever you feel like you want to say stop really loud.
Stop.
Okay. And then I want you to tune in for Nancy. Okay. For a card for her. And whenever you feel like you want to say stop.
Stop.
Okay. That was it. All right. Your card says, we are soulmates. Remember that?
We know that. Yes.
Yeah. Soulmates. And in this card, believe it or not, ironically, some people out there will be so skeptical thinking, God, Teresa, you're really reaching. But come on. That looks like Florida. That's definitely not Jersey, as much as I love Jersey. That water's too pretty. So I'm telling you, that's another validation that they all were with you, especially Michael. And those flowers that are hugging is an energy of love, 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 hugging each other. So he loves you, you love him, and because of that love, you're so linked that every time you come down here in some form or another, you are connected. Now, your wifey here gets, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. There's a hand holding a piece of a puzzle, and then another hand holding another piece of puzzle that looks like if you put them together, they'd be a perfect fit. So what it is she's never going to get why. She's never going to understand the fathom of what is he learning from this? What did he learn from this experience? All these unanswered questions. And we all have them, but hers will be answered in heaven is what this means. Okay? And for now, she has to be in the, I don't know everything stage. And that's okay. To let it be okay. You understand it's working, but you don't know how it's working. You understand he's out of his body and he's home and there's some kind of reason for that. We just don't know, why. Why should a child pass before their parents? It just, yeah. So I can't love you enough to say thank you for being a part of the show. And one day soon, hopefully, you'll be sitting right next to me and I'll be interviewing you about how you do connect with your son. I think that would be extremely interesting for all our viewers. In fact, if anybody wants to message me in Messenger and give me questions you would like to ask John when we have the show, and give me your feedback on if you think you would be interested in that, feel free to do that. I'll pass that along to John. Okay?
I look forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to do it before the blizzard hits.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. So what are you doing next week? Think about it, okay?
I guess I'm on Spirit Inspires.
All right. Okay. All right. And we'll have you at the end. So if we go to lunch, because sometimes we go to lunch afterwards, sometimes we don't. Come at the end and we'll have you at the very end after I do my last reading. That way we can go to lunch if you want to come. How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Okay.
Mike is very happy now.
Oh, that's awesome. You know it. Me too. Yeah. All right. Love you, my friend.
I love you too. Say hello to everybody.
Well, I will. Yeah, they just said I love you too. They heard you.
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye-bye. God bless. It's always good to be able to help a friend. Because how many times are we in situations we just can't change it or we can't remove it from them? Like when your kid is sick or, there's just, you're kind of in that stuck position. You just have to ride it through. But when God gives us gifts to be able to help and uplift each other, it's such a blessing. So I thank God for that. And he is that to so many. That's why he's going to be on the show next week. So tell your friends and family about that. So, why don't you want to do another one? Let's get real busy into another one. Come on, we have people to connect with from the afterlife. All righty. And thank you again. Anybody wants to donate? You could be one of these people in here that she's going to pick your name. Venmo is at Teresa-Roba. At Teresa-Roba. If you only can do PayPal, remember to do friends and family or we get charged. And it's connectiontmr@gmail.com. Okay. Thank you, Mia. My lovely Mia. Okay. And we have Julie Raphael. Raffel. I'm probably screwing your name up, but I apologize. Julie Raphael. Or how would you say that? Raphael. Julie, call 215. I'll write you down here. I feel the dad right away. Ooh, she's got some strong people. And let me I got my angel message here. Get ready. So might as well say it before she calls. Your angels want to tell you for November 14th. Okay, let's get her on the phone first. Julie, is that you?
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. Good job. You are right on it. You had that phone number going right next to you probably. Like I know she's going to call. I can feel it. She's going to call my name. Well, I just want to give out the angel message to everybody. Your angels want to tell you for November 14th. Ordinary events become a pleasure.
Okay.
instead of a chore, as you become aware of the invisible team that surrounds you. Isn't that the truth? Right?
Yep.
Just ordinary things you go through day by day, paying your bills, doing laundry. But when you tune in and you really feel the awareness of your loved ones around you and surrounding you and doing that with you and not being alone, it does bring a smile. So you've seen the show. So mother is mother, mother-in-law, father's father, father-in-law, sister, brother-in-law. Is not your brother or your sister. You have pets have souls that they can come through as well. And yes, children that made it or did not can come through. Let's see who's coming through. And I did feel a father figure coming through. So before you even called, so who's the father figure that's passed? Is that your grandfather on your dad's side? I feel someone younger, actually. He just interrupted me.
My grandfather on my mom's side died very young.
Okay.
He tends to come through, even though I never met him. So,
okay. Yeah. And you know why? Because you're just that cute and you're that sweet.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. They just watch over their daughter, which is your mother. And then there you are, Miss Cutie Pie. And they're in love, right? Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. You can't help it, Julie.
Yeah.
And what about your dad's dad, though? Isn't he cross? Because I feel him, too.
Yes.
Yeah. And hold on one second. Do you know anybody that lost their father recently? I feel a father figure coming in, and if it isn't biologically connected to you, I know you could have father-in-law, but I think you would have acknowledged that already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it can't be that. So whose dad died that you might expect could come through? And how do you connect with April? Like April 10th, April 11th, April 12th? Is it somebody alive? I thought it was your birthday, your daughter's birthday. Who's April?
No, April 13th is my parents' anniversary.
Okay. And they're both alive?
Yeah, they're both
Thank you.
alive, yeah.
So it's because I felt it was people alive, right? So that's a hello to them. Could you please tell them, we said hi. So think about it. You were talking about your mom's dad. I brought in your dad's dad. They're all here. They just want, and then they're acknowledging their wedding anniversary, giving a connection to the two of them at once, the way they did that. There's absolutely a hello there, Okay. And why do I feel like I have to bring up a brother? Do you have two brothers alive?
I have one brother.
Oh, you have one brother alive. Ask your mom. I wouldn't say pass the rolls and happy Thanksgiving. Could I have another brother? But see if she had a miss, okay?
Okay.
I keep getting this other sibling. Okay. Do you have a sister? Or is it just you and him?
I had two passed this year who was like a sister.
Oh, okay. Okay. Would she have been a little bit older than you?
Yes.
Like a year, 2, whatever? Okay.
9 years.
9 years. Okay. Because she's placing herself above you in age. Just give some detail. The sad thing is you weren't there at her last breath, but you were there enough to know that she knew she was special to you. Do you understand that? You stepped up and you reached out to her enough. Do you hear that? Do not carry any shoulds or woulds around. Got it? She wants you to let that go.
Okay.
Why do I feel like she was really sick? Like did she have a cold? The flu, pneumonia?
No.
What is there? Heart? Is anything around the chest? Do you know anybody else that would have had fluid in the chest? Lung cancer? Almost like they got pneumonia while they were sick or got the flu while they were sick. Unless you know somebody who died from COVID.
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
Okay. Because I keep getting pneumonia. Pneumonia. Like that.
Yeah. I feel like I had another reading where she came through and this came up in that reading as well. So I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I feel like it's coming from her, but I'm not really sure what she's trying to tell me.
Well, you had someone else say pneumonia?
What's that?
You had someone else say what? What's the same thing I'm saying?
A lung issue.
A lung issue.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes people die Z, but it's really this over here that brings them home. You know what I mean? And I kind of feel like that's what they're telling you because you, for some reason, again, weren't there or didn't get to know how they really passed for some reason. You know, your friend though, was she out of state from where you were at the time?
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. She's with you.
I know.
She's standing right there. No, she's standing right in front of you to your right. Now, I don't know if you're in a car or you're wherever. Know that there's plenty of room. She said, stop laughing about it.
I'm at her house right now.
Of course you are. You know, because she says, wherever you are, don't stop laughing about it. I'm there. So if you look straight ahead and moved your head to the right a little bit, she's standing right there. She's looking right at you, you know?
Okay.
And she loves how they took the picture and gave it. So did they put her face on the prayer card for the funeral?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because she's multiplying it and giving it out like, you know, her face.
It was a picture she liked, so yeah.
Yeah, and the eyes that look back at you, there's a nonverbal communication there. You're connecting with her on another holy angelic level that doesn't have to be understood. Just feel it, accept it, send it out. Nobody taught you this in second grade, but you do it like because you know it is what it is, and you do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Is she Donna?
What's that?
Is she Donna?
No.
Don't say her name.
Donna,
who's the D? Donald?
Her daughter.
A D like Diane?
Danielle.
Okay. Because it felt more like a Danny, but I'm thinking, how is it a girl's name? I'm like Diane.
Yeah.
I forgot about Danielle. Okay. So know that there's a hello to her. And I don't know if she has a son as well. Or she has, or there are the two girls and the boy. But there's that feeling of all my children. So it can't be just her.
Yeah, she's got a son, and her son got married this year.
Well, in other words, like she gave me that feeling like keep going with the children. Like it can't be just the daughter.
Okay.
And then she gives me like a blue dot, which is son, you know, who she thinks is so handsome, you know.
Yeah.
Did she actually pass before the wedding? Do you understand that? Because she says in spirit. Go ahead, you can validate it. Go ahead.
Yeah, she passed in March, and the wedding was August.
Thank you. Because she's talking about dying before the wedding, because she says, and then she went right into like not even waiting for you to answer because that's how loud she is.
Yeah.
That she says, I walked right up the aisle with my son. I stood next to him in spirit. I was there all dressed up with my flower, my hair done. I know I'm not getting any pictures taken, but it's my son's wedding. You know, I'm getting dressed up, you know? And ironically, when he got married, was that a month after or before her birthday? When did he get married? August, you said?
Yeah.
Is her birthday in September?
Her birthday's October.
Oh, October. Okay. Because it's like right there, not the July section. Go the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a roller coaster of emotions there. He loses his mother.
Yep.
He gets married a couple weeks later. My God, it's her birthday. You know, go into the holidays. You know, he knows what he's going through. She knows what he's going through. Okay.
Yep.
And okay. I'm going to give it to you as I got it. Don't understand it. Kind of, but don't. Okay. She's singing a song like she's going, hey, Sharon, hey, Sharon. Like she gives me that feeling like there's a song out there, and it could be kind of corny, that has her name in it. Her name, and you could hear it, and you go, oh my God, I wonder if that's a sign. Because are you kidding me? What I did to give you that song? It's me.
Well, I got in the car to drive to her house, and the song Layla came on the radio, and that's her dog's name.
Oh, there you go. Because it's like, hey Donna, you know, I feel like I'm in the 60s. You know, 50s. They used to use
the radio when I heard Layla, and it was
it's like a song with a name in it. Well, we just have to drop the mic for your friend. Right? Because I don't know where my car is when I come out of Walmart. I say it all the time because it's true. And your friend just made me feel like a song with a name in it, and that she gave that to you. Do you know how? And she's so funny because she's laughing and with a big smile. And she says this like, "Do you know how hard that was to give you that song?" But wasn't that fun?
An hour ago.
Yeah, wasn't that fun? Yeah. And she geared your heart to pull to want to be on the show today to do that donation. Never ignore that because she's really strong. If you get a little nudge from her, just listen. Don't worry about why. Okay. I do get this dad coming in. Did her father die?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Young. Yeah.
I'm like, there goes that guy again. And he's kind of cute, so I'm letting him in. Okay. So
he was young. Like, he was very young.
Yeah, he's very young. He's very handsome. And I feel like it's a friend of yours, dad. And here we go, circle back around and go with your friend. And then here goes that father figure again. So she wants you to know she's with her father. Yeah. Isn't that great? Now, if she was third born, she was the youngest girl, but there's that feeling of being so young when her dad died. I don't know if he was only in his 50s, but just rush of emotion when she ran towards him in heaven. Okay.
She was 3 when he died.
Yeah.
So she didn't really remember him.
Oh no, she does. Well she does, but I get it.
Yeah.
Right. I get it. And it could be a combination of what people have told her, that she makes the stories up in her head, and emotionally in the core of her, what she felt being held by him, being sleeping on him, when he came in the door, the sound of his voice, whatever she had when she was 1, when she was 2, when she was 3, all those things are still in there. And you know, and know that it's almost like this little girl, like, Daddy, like just running to him. And just that, so it was like a jackpot. It was like a celebration of joy when she hugged him. It wasn't any sorrow when they cried, because they both cried, you know. I don't know why, but he says his life was taken quickly. So he either died of a heart attack or he was in a car accident. He went very fast, her father.
I believe he was shot.
Yeah, he says, my life was taken quickly. Yeah. See, I should have listened to that. I hear dead people. I don't listen to them sometimes. He says, my life was taken quickly. So, yeah, you're right, because it was taken, right?
Yeah.
So, and this is weird because he was like kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time. I thought he was executed, like somebody knew him and shot him. He goes, no, I didn't even know who this asshole was. And he was just kind of...
I didn't know the full story. She didn't know the full story.
He was in the wrong place. I feel like he was aimed at to be shot. I don't know if they were thinking it was somebody else, but it's just it's here and there. The thing to be aware of is not that; is to go forward to what they're experiencing now. Okay, right. It's like, and I don't know if he was Italian, but he gives me like this big bowl of pasta.
Yeah, he was very Italian.
Was he Italian?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he gives. It's funny because he just. Talk about us having a good time. Come on over. I feel like they're having a barbecue. Like, everybody come on over to my place, you know? And he has this table set, and he has this big, this is not in this world, this big bowl of pasta, almost like a cartoon, you know? Like, it can't be that. It never exists in this world. Okay. And I thought, he's telling me he's Italian.
Yeah. Definitely Italian.
Yeah. So is her mother here, though? Because I feel like we got to tell Mom.
No, her mother's gone too.
Yeah. Did she die after? Did the girl that you know die before her mother?
No, her mom died before her.
Oh, okay. Does she have a daughter? Oh, that's right, Danielle. Make sure she knows, because there's somebody alive here. Maybe her daughter took care of her. Maybe her daughter, because it almost felt like her mother. You know.
My friend was sick and. Danielle was living at home, and so she helped take care of her.
Yeah, it felt like a mother figure to her. You know, like sometimes we share roles in life where we can be a mother to our daughter, then sometimes our daughter has to step up, be a mother to us at times, and that's it then. I know that there's that thank you, and that she does come to her to start opening up, to just accept the little things she gets, stop waiting for the big music and the smoke machine rolling in and You know, she's waiting for something too big.
Okay.
Tell her that. She's just take the little things I send you and know that they will, when you start doing that, then you'll start feeling those, that they are bigger moments. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. Did she have a little girl? Did the little girl have a little girl?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
No children? No grandchildren yet?
No grandchildren yet.
There's a little girl coming.
Okay.
Yep. And it's, the message is, know that I met her in heaven before she came here.
Okay.
Like, don't think I missed out on that.
Yeah.
I got to meet her before you did, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know how much she would spoil that little girl. You know it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. She likes to shop. Now she has a reason to shop. Look out. That's the way she said it, you know? So know that in a way you won't understand, she can't explain to you on this level. She will have these wonderful things lead her to her, like give her. Things will come her way. Okay, this little girl. Everything she needs or wants. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Who did you want to connect with? Was it your friend?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I kind of try to root around. I keep coming back to her. I love the song.
She's persistent.
I love the song because that just happened. I love the fact that you got picked randomly from all these people that tried to get picked and you got picked and you're in her house at this moment, you know?
Yeah.
Her daughter was mentioned.
Yeah.
And I do feel you were there. You were there so much, but you weren't there at the last breath.
No, she was home on hospice.
Yeah, she does talk about being under her own roof and the way she wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did come to see her.
You did.
I was only home for like 3 days. But the night that she ended up passing.
Oh, that's right. She talked about you being out of state.
Yeah, I was told not to come.
Yeah.
Supposed to come, and I was told not to come.
Yes, because she didn't want you to. It's harder to leave with you there than if you were there. And she does call you her sister. You kind of said that when you met. You kind of felt that connection. That you were kind of like sisters. People would even say, "Are you sisters?" And you would go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
To see how long people would believe you. Did you meet in high school? Were you in high school and she was in college, or she was in high school and, I mean, you were in high school?
No, we only met 5 years ago.
Okay. I feel like you're on the same block. You're growing up together. She lives over there. You're 5 doors down over here. You're saying hi. You're in school. She's older, but you feel like you made her feel young, and she made you feel like you were smart enough to attempt things in your life. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So was she a teacher? Why is she working with children?
She taught classes. She taught like wellness classes.
Wellness classes? Okay. Okay. Because I feel like you need to know, and she doesn't have to make the list, she said, really that she really did everything she wanted to do.
Yeah.
She checked all the boxes. She didn't sit on her hand. She was a mover and a shaker. You know?
She did a lot while she was here.
Oh, yeah. Like she did charity events. She traveled. Family was everything to her, including you. You're part of her family, you know? Is the house you're in a rancher?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Like there's a bedroom on the first floor?
Yeah.
Or bedrooms? Okay. Because there could be another loft or an attic or something. But this is basically where she was. She was in the living room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where the TV and the big bay window and everything. Where everybody's coming in and out, where all the activity is. She didn't want to be tucked away in a bedroom. Do you understand that?
Yeah, when she was home in hospice, the hospital bed was in the living room.
Yeah.
And there was a big window.
She says there's one part she was back there. And then she's like, I don't want to sit there. I want to be where people are coming in, and when they're leaving, I want to be able to wave goodbye. You know what I mean? So she doesn't have to keep running. Like she could be right there where everything's happening, feel a part of everything. You know? And I kind of feel like, I don't know who it is, but I feel like them cutting a birthday cake before she died. And that she was lucky enough to be alive to at least say happy birthday to that person. Because I say happy birthday. So she's not in the back bedroom, like, hearing them sing happy birthday, or they got to walk in with the cake. She's in there where everything's happening.
I can't think of a birthday that happened before she
Well,
passed,
think
but
about
her
when
son
she
got
died.
engaged
When did she die?
2 months before. Yeah.
When did she die? What month did she die?
She died in March.
She died in March. Okay, whose birthday is like in December? January. This is when she was still able to like kind of feel a little bit a part of everything, not be kind of out of it.
Her son got engaged on New Year's Day. That's the only thing I can think
Well, there's that December, January bullseye,
Yeah.
and I'm sure there was cake.
I'm sure, yeah.
If her dad's Italian, so she's part Italian, there's cake in that room.
Yeah.
Well, know how much she loves you. She drew you to this moment to really hug you and be let you know that she really can be standing in the room with you. She's not a mist of energy flowing through the air. She literally can sit there and watch TV. She can listen to the conversation about herself or about what's going on in your life and whoever you're chatting with. Like, she's okay with the changes too. Do you understand? Like, things happening, like whether it's her house that's different, like getting a new sofa, painting the wall blue, whatever. She says, do what you want. It's stuff.
Right.
You understand? Yeah. Do you have a locket? Or does her daughter have it? I saw a little heart-shaped locket. Yeah, we're wrapping up. Did her daughter do anything in memory of her through a necklace? Ask her. Ask her only because
I also have a necklace that it's not a locket, but
is it in memory of her, or was it hers? Was it hers or in memory of her?
Oh, I wear a bracelet all the time that was hers.
Okay. Ask her daughter if she's thinking about getting, because the holidays are coming up. Sometimes we do things like this. We've been procrastinating or wanting to do, and we get into, we're purchasing a lot, we get it. Maybe that's what we want. And there also is and I know she's recent passing, but there's also a Christmas ornament that's in memory of her. So all this is going to happen. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So she knows all the things that have been done in her memory to help other people, whether it's raising money or it's all about just a sentimental, just because she's loved,
Yeah. There's a lot of money donated to a foundation in her name.
Oh yeah. She loved that. She loved that.
Yeah.
And it was almost like that feeling of in lieu of flowers, like give money here, She loved that. And she loved the flowers too, whoever got the flowers, She does love her stuff, but like I feel like she's more about like making the world a better place. And she always was, but she always could have fun doing it at the same time. And that's when she came into the room, I feel like the room lit up, She had a ball of energy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a life force.
Yeah, that's a good one. She was a life force. I love that. Because who I'm feeling, that nails exactly what I feel,
Yeah.
Know that her hair looks good. I don't know what that means to you, but she's talking about her hair being pretty and just really looking young and good. And that you have and you will dream of her. So if you have and you don't remember, know that will be one that will sustain itself, that when you wake up, you'll remember it in great detail, okay? Because she knows how much you want that, okay?
Yeah.
Does she have a sister alive? Is she only one of two?
She's one of two, yeah.
Yeah. Is it a sister?
No, it's a brother.
Oh, it's a brother. Okay. Because she says only one of two, and tell him that he's loved too. Okay. And because I don't say anything to anybody. I want to tell you something. Can you just keep it to yourself as far as her family, because everybody else is listening. But she says he's always forgotten. Like, people forget him. Is he like not a talker, or is he quiet a little bit?
Yeah, he's very quiet, and he kind of keeps to himself a lot for the most part.
Yeah. So that's kind of like you wait for a moment to kind of share your heart, and that kind of a personality doesn't give you much of a window to speak up. But do it. She's kind of giving me that feeling, and she's saying, just kind of do it anyway. Just hug him and say, I know you're having a hard time. I'm praying for you, or I know your sister loves you. Sneak something in when you give him a hug, because he's not going to see it coming, but he needs it, and he'll get it, and that'll be it. You know what I mean? It's not like a long, awkward conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he's hurting a lot, and I.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if he was older, but I feel like, I don't know if it's because he's a guy, I don't know, but he makes me feel like he couldn't save her. He couldn't do anything. And he felt very, heartbroken about that, like unable
he's
to.
younger, but
Yeah. But again, that's what I said. I don't know if it's because it's just her brother, it's just the two of them. Mom and dad have passed. And I feel like, he just needed, but he couldn't do anything. Do you know if he was there but then left the room maybe? Or that they say that she waited for him?
I mean,
I feel like
my understanding is that he was here, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I kind of feel like if I was her, he is at the left foot, like near the bottom of the bed. And he's really, no words can say what I'm feeling. And it's just so sad. And I just keep feeling him leaving and coming back in. And just like, I feel like he doesn't know what to do other than to pray and just hope this is over for her soon. Because at the end, it was tough, and just to have her surpass this and be out of her body and be in the glory and the grace and love of God in heaven, surrounded by those that love her and she loves, is all, at that point is all you want for her, And she knew you wanted it too, she felt your prayers, even though you weren't in the room. She felt you praying where you were for her. Okay. All right. So God bless you. Keep being a powerful force yourself. Right.
Yep.
And know that she's right by your side. Okay. Feeding you that strength. You're like a power duo and you're in the world together, united,
Yep.
So you may want to do something she used to like to do. That's because she's hanging around you. Sometimes you spot something and you crave it and go, oh my God, that was her favorite cookie. And she's around.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Or something she liked to do, or it's like, oh, I know you're around now. Because you're trying to talk you into doing something. When I am not a gambler, I would go with my mom to AC. We'd have lunch. I'd go out to the beach. I'd walk the boardwalk. We'd meet at a certain time. And she'd have fun, she gambled very little, and she had a budget and we had a good day, after she died, so I want to go to the casino. I don't like to gamble, but I want to go. So I knew that was her, that like she wanted us to do that together, So they don't talk with words. It's kind of a non-verbal communication with emotions and feelings and pictures you have that pop up into your mind's eye. And that's a conversation. All right. So when you feel a personality around you, things that she likes happening around you, things you want to do that she would like to do, I'm telling you, she's there.
Okay.
All right. Have fun with her.
I will.
She's ready to have a good time. And even though the winter's coming up, she's like, let's go down the shore. I'm ready to go down the shore. I'm packed. I'll be packed in 5 minutes. She loves walking the boards. And going down the shore.
She loves the beach.
Oh, yeah.
Loves the beach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's ready. She's like, you pull up, I'm ready. I'll jump in. Let's go.
Yeah, she was always ready to go somewhere. Definitely.
Yeah, and she knows how you're trying to eat more healthy. She says, don't forget peaches. Something about peaches. You like peaches? Those peaches in the light syrup or no syrup, but they kind of chop them up. You can put them in like yogurt or cottage cheese or.
Right.
Yeah. She's saying have fun with food. Don't hate it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And she says you look good.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we're always seeing the worst in ourselves or the weight that we need to lose. But then 20 years from now, we're going to look at a picture of ourselves now. We're going to think we're beautiful. So it's why don't we just see ourselves beautiful now, right?
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
The past.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that girl in that picture was complaining, I think my belly, I have to lose 5 pounds. God.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Please. All right. Well, God bless. Much love. Be kind. And thanks for being a part of our great show today.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Me too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Bye, Julie's friend.
Bye.
Yeah, she was fun, that girl. Julie was fun too, but that girl, she was ready to make its statement that, as much as sadness can be a part of death, joy is there too because the suffering has been removed. that when she left the body, everyone around her was just praying for that relief for her. As much as they would mourn her death, they were happy to see that she was no longer suffering in the process of death. So that was pretty enlightening. Okay, so why don't we go on to a next reading? I don't know why I had to do that. Somebody's saying hi to somebody, I guess. Oh, that's right. Spirit talks to me and I go, okay. And I know I wanted to remember, I had a little post note here, a special hello to Tracy. We had talked this week and I told her, hi, Tracy. Did you see what I did? That was the oddest thing. I went, hi. I'm like, what am I doing? They're saying, well, you have to say hello to somebody. And I'm like, oh, that's right, I do. If that don't prove I'm really hearing them, because that was really like, what? Okay, thank you, my Mia. Anna, and I will screw this name up, Monteroso. Okay, here you go. Anna Monteroso. And Mia, I hate to ask you, but could you come around and hit the button there for the all the way in the back, the last one? Yeah, thank you. Oh, God bless you. Okay, Anna, you are being paged by the afterlife. And here's to the afterlife. Ready? Let's do this. Cheers to the afterlife. Anna, call 215-393-9021. This is a holy stick. Holy wood. Oh my goodness. For those who know, a little bit of cold this week. And I'm telling you, I got slammed. I don't know anybody else getting sick out there, but I was sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. I could not. It was horrible. I felt like I was black and blue inside, like my ribs, my muscles, from just sneezing and sneezing. And yesterday, thank God I feel better today, but yesterday I had to miss out on seeing my cousins and my sister for a baby shower. My cousin Angela and her husband Russ, excuse my itch there, is having another grandbaby, a little girl. And I just hated missing that. We grew up so close. My aunt lived around the corner and we were always hanging out. We grew up all going down to my grandfather's house in South Philly, and just my whole childhood was my cousins, Monica, Lee, Anna. That's wonder why I'm thinking of this, because I get to see everybody. And that Denise, Fern, everybody out there. I just, Joanne, I don't know who got to go, but I'm sure you all had a great time, And next time I'm there, God willing, I'm not sick, but I just didn't feel like going into a big crowd of people coming out of the tail end of this. And I was still sick too. I didn't want to get anybody sick, and I didn't want to, take a chance on getting sicker. So you got to do what you got to do when you get older. So Anna, please call 215-393-9021. And let's connect with the afterlife. It's funny how that father figure or her friend came through before she called. And then it was her friend, and then her father and mother had crossed. And then we did connect with the father, the Italian who died young, and that she went to see him. And she was only 3. We hear things like that and we think, okay, but can imagine like only being 3 and you lose your father. Like that's so sad. You feel like you're growing up with no real memories of him, because as a child, it's so hard to remember when you were little, because you're not thinking detail oriented, so you're thinking more emotionally, so. But what a pleasure to talk about her reuniting with her parents, especially her dad, who she lost when she was 3, and this girl that's like a sister to her. And she was in her house. She was in her house when she was getting the reading. How great is that? And that song with the name, which is, connected to her on the way. It's just amazing. Like, that's so detailed that she got such a gift of belief, of faith. That's just what this is supposed to do. It's supposed to deepen your faith. You already have it. It's in there somewhere. Even if you're an atheist, you're a skeptic to your core, there's always that little light burning of faith in there, because you're alive. Your soul is alive. And in your soul, you know you're alive. And that, when you light it and it gets bigger and bigger through experiences, it can grow. Faith and love can grow together. So let's hope that Anna calls soon, or we're going to have to pick somebody else. 215-393-9021. Somebody who knows Anna, reach out to her, let her know, call her on her cell phone, let her know she's just been chosen for Spirit Inspired to have a reading today. So why don't we pick a number in the chat room, and I'll get the cards, the psychic cards, and give them a little psychic something. And then if she doesn't call by the end of this, we'll just go to somebody else. We'll give her that chance. So somebody in the chat room, give me a number, and that's the number I'm going to go to. 5. Okay, you know who you are. You picked 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All righty. And these are just for fun, but there's no such thing as a coincidence. So when you see a sign, know that could be from them. 2, 3, 4. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I probably said this before, but I was pulling up here at the center, and I was telling my husband, I had a really good night's sleep last night, and I hope I get a good night's sleep tonight, because the other night before that, I had a rough night's sleep, so I didn't really get too much sleep. So sure enough, this big tractor trailer pulls up and stops at the red light, and I turn and I see it. And on the side of the truck, it said, "You, honest to God, not making any of this up, you will get a good night's sleep tonight." Written big letters across the big, big tractor trailer. And at the bottom, it said mattress company. I said, "Honey, do you see that? I'm going to get a good night's sleep." So literally, a sign could be a sign with words on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for number 5, your first message is, a short trip is in your future. So if you get that little invitation to go away, maybe an overnight, maybe going down, looking at the water, seeing the boats lit up at night, whatever, something romantic, who knows, and come back, do it. Get out of the house, do something, right? Because a short trip is in your future. And then it says here, a dream you have will come true. So don't lose hope. You have a dream in your heart, a heart's desire. It's really wishing and wanting. Know that in the future it exists. It's no longer you need or you want. You have. It's your destiny. It says be creative. Be creative. So that could be reorganizing things. It could be switching some things around in your house, going to Home Sense and getting a new pillow or a new something that makes you feel all happy, and you bring it home. It could be going to a place that does creative things, where you can paint, or you can do ceramics, or you can do something. You might even have a talent. You might have all that art supplies sitting at home, tucked away. Bring it out. Sketch, draw, paint. Write songs, write poetry, put on music, sing and dance. That's creative, Plug into that energy of music that helps you ride up to the higher levels, because it's a nice ride, let me tell you. Okay, Anna, come on. 215-393-9021. I think that's it. We're going to have to go. All righty, we're going to have to pick another name.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry about that, Anna. Don't don't get discouraged if you listen to this later. Everything happens for a reason. You can next time. You could do it next.
We could put her back in.
Yeah, we'll put you back in. Okay. And,
For next show, if you want.
yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
Up to you.
Yes, we'll put her back in. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. Megan WOE.
And that's actually for her mom, Donna.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Megan, it's for your mom, Donna, to call in. Okay. Megan. Okay. And what I wanted to say is don't think you can't donate next week. We're going to do the show next week. Keep putting, because if you got picked, you'll get picked again. The spirits are that strong for you. Go for it. Excuse me. If you want to donate, the show isn't over. We have a couple readings left to do. It could be you that gets picked to do a reading today to connect with your loved ones that have passed. Venmo, and it's only $10 or more. Venmo is at Teresa-Roba, and Teresa's a capital T. Dom, does it have to be capital T? Remember, it does. Okay. So it's at capital T, H, small h, ERESA. So again, at capital T, small HERESA, dash Roba, capital R. Thank you, Dom. Small O, small B as in boy, small A. Hi, is this Megan?
Should be Donna.
I mean, Don, I'm sorry.
Yes, it's done.
Donna, hi, sweetie. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
You're part of our show this week.
I know.
Are you all comfy and ready to talk to the afterlife?
Sure.
Good. That means you're still wearing your brassiere, right? Take it off. Nobody's watching. All right. Well, I want to give you a little bit of what to expect. I feel how they love you. So if I feel a mother figure, no, it could be mother or mother-in-law, Donna. If I feel a father figure, it could be father or father-in-law. A sister or brother could be sister, brother-in-law. A wink, wink, wink is not your brother or your sister. And you could have children come through, whether they made it or not. And you could have your pets come through. Yes, our pets have souls. So let's see who comes through for you, Donna. Okay. I do feel a father figure coming through, but is it your husband? I kind of feel like I want to get to Megan too. Hold on one second. Let me just write. I had Megan down there. Okay, hold on. I definitely have your dad coming through, Donna. It's definitely your dad. Okay. And he comes in like a macho man. He comes in with his arms like this, like as if he wants you to know he's healthy again. Did he have anything of the lower body? Colon, bladder, kidney, liver? Like anything of the lower? You have a father figure passed.
Right.
He's coming through so loud. I don't have to go, Donna, do you have a dad past? He's that loud. And I'm going to tell you, he's talking about whatever disease was acknowledged later, so he couldn't really fight it that much, and know that it was his time to go. The minute on the hour of the day of the year your father died was when he was supposed to die. Okay? And I do get somebody coming in with like brain cancer or a brain aneurysm. This is on your mother's side. Or
Well, I had an uncle that it was my mother's sister's husband, that he had brain cancer and he passed.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I felt like he's telling me he's not blood related. So that makes sense because he married into the family.
Right.
He married your mother's sister.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And so that matches exactly what I was just about to say next. So know that that's his way to acknowledge all the people, because you have a ton of people on your mom's side.
Yeah.
Like the bus just pulled up, honey.
Okay.
So you've got grandparents, you've got your mother, you've got all these people coming in, like they have this huge party, you know?
Right.
Were you with your mother when she passed?
Yes.
Understand that? And I got to tell you something before I go on. I never say that, Donna. What a gift you got. 25 years of doing this. We're not there. We walk out of the room. The phone rings. We don't expect it. We think they're going to come and they die. You were there holding her hand. You were saying it's okay to go, that you're there, not to worry, that you were there with her. You became her mother.
Right.
And caring for her. Yeah. And she says her mind wasn't straight at the end.
Say, remember, I'm your baby now. You're the mother. I'll say, yes.
That's what she said. And it's funny because we touched on that very briefly right before in another reading. And we started chatting about the mother-daughter relationship, how it can shift and become like you're their mother now, you know?
Right.
And we go right into talking to you and your mom. And what does she say? And she said that to you. And thank you for saying that. Because there's people that are hearing these messages from your mother that she's pushing through the veil with so much love for you to reach you through the gift of the Holy Spirit through me. Not me. I'm just the pencil they write with. Trust me. To get to you. And people out there watching this now understand that more. Because they don't know you. They don't know your mom. So thank you for that detail. Okay?
Okay.
I do feel your mom and dad getting along over there. And I do feel like a lot of it has to do with your father. I feel like your father stepping up, and he had worked on himself before your mother got there. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like your dad went there first, your mother followed later. And I feel like there's all this time that he gets to really deal with things that have happened to him, have a higher understanding, get a clearer view of things in a way, and just be such a handsome, by the way.
Yeah.
You've seen younger pictures of your dad. Your mom didn't have a chance. Okay. Just this handsome, good-looking guy picking up your mom with his hand and his arm extended. Come with me, you know. And he wasn't really a socially dancing. Your mom was more, but he goes, you know what? I practiced on this other side. Come here, let's have a dance. So I'm going to tell you, he brought out the swag like right away when he picked up your mother, you know. How do you connect with the end of the summer, like July, August?
August, my mom passed.
Thank you. She brings me to the end of the summer feeling, and right around my birthday, which I'm July 28th. So that's either the end of like July into August. There you go. Drop the mic for your mom. She's with you.
July 28th was my uncle's birthday, my mother's brother.
Right. Of course it was. That's why I had to say it. That's why they made me say it. And he had died already before her.
Yeah.
Because she goes, oh, talk about the bus. She goes, Teresa, I had the bus pull up when I died.
Yeah.
I had all, and I don't know if she's one of 5 or one of 6, but she kind of gives me that feeling of the army kind of coming marching in. Like all her cousins, all her aunts and uncles, like so many people, you know. Who's Johnny or Jack? They might have called him Jack. Was that a cousin for her?
He was, I don't know, but I know Joe.
Okay. Is Joe her brother?
Yeah.
Thank you. She goes, that's my brother, Joe. Know that everybody came through. Friends, you know. She talks about a front porch talking to neighbors and stuff. She says, all my besties through my life, with grade school, whatever, when I worked somewhere, they all met me in heaven. We had such a great time. We still do, you know. And who's the C? Who's the C? Like Carol.
Well, her mother was Cecilia, and so was her sister.
Cecilia. Is that an L in there?
Yeah.
Celia. Okay, got it. It's like a CL. And all I could think of is Claudia, and I didn't say it. I was like, Claudia? I didn't know what to say. Okay, so that's that. Know that they're all there. Was she one of 5?
She was one of 7.
Oh, 7. Okay. Because she says I was one off. I know I said 5, 6.
Yeah.
So, okay, 7 the other way. Okay. And I don't know if there was a baby that had passed or a small child, but she says, I don't want to get into all the tears of what happened. She has just so many smiles, so many cheers, so many hugs, so many reconnectiveness, you know, like the family reunion going on right there, you know. And there's like a poodle, like a smaller dog. I'm sorry, I'm not an expert on breed, but it's smaller, that ran up to her as well. Okay. And Putty is, if I said Putty, does that mean anything? Patty?
Say Putty.
Putty.
Putty. Yeah, there is. I mean, I had a friend Putty, and her.
I'm done. That's I'm like, I literally argued with your mother. I said, there's nothing named Putty. What's a Putty? You know, and I literally went, it's got to be like Patty, maybe. And I'm like, you're starting to tell me there is a connection to the word Putty. Go say it. I got to hear it.
Putty. There was two Putties. There was the mom Putty and the daughter Putty.
If anybody out there that's listening to this does not believe that your soul is real, that you live after the body dies, we can't help you. This Putty connection here. You know, they really love to bring things up, Donna, that help you. Some crazy detail. Not like I like pizza, right? Right. To say, believe I love you. Believe we are with you. We're not in heaven looking down at you. We walk with you appropriately, you know?
Right.
And that they can't even get a scratch. They can't be allergic or have illness or, you know, they can't have a hiccup. I mean, they really can't. They're in a world that can't hurt them in that way. And they're in a world that is very life purpose. There's a lot of things they get to do that they feel good about, and their journey continues. It doesn't even just pause like they finish the finish line and they're at the party. They really have a lot of great things they like to learn and heal and gather with each other to accomplish. Even for us down here, thank God they rally for us because we need them, right?
Right.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, your mother comes in with this. Oh, she's seen me, Teresa. Like you have had some religious experiences, honey. You should never even hesitate to believe. Do you understand that?
Right.
Yeah, you've had smells, you've had visions, you've had like just your mom helped you with that. You know your mom's in the room with you right now. You know she's in the car with you. You know, and evidence of her presence through license plates, right?
Yeah.
Through songs, through whatever, things that she loved showing up across your path that, come on, that's so uniquely connected to her. You know, she puts a little flower St. Teresa around her.
Okay.
And she puts roses around her. So she's making me feel like whoever was there with her, not just you, really, truly loved her.
Right.
Yeah.
She did have a lot of people that very cared for her and helped me while she was sick.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever, and this is corny, but do you ever get the coins? Do you ever get the pennies and the dimes?
Yeah.
Thank you. Good.
Yeah.
Pennies are I love you, I'm with you. I exist. I made it to heaven. Want to just let you know. Dimes or pennies are for amateurs. I do dimes. I'm showing off right now and giving you a dime, you know. And ironically enough, is there an October connection to a son of yours?
October.
Is it 10th of a month or October?
Connection with my husband.
Oh, okay. Because it's like a son. Okay, to her then. Okay. So now there's a hello to him. Okay. And again, I don't know if I said this out loud because there's so much going on, but I keep getting like Charlie. Chuck. Isn't his dad crossed? Isn't your father-in-law passed?
Yeah.
Thank you. He's coming in. I don't know if your dad, your husband's like the first boy born, but second born. Or he's second born.
I think he was the first, but then there was a couple misses.
Before, okay. Is Catherine his mother?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Come on, hold on. We got to do a little bell for your people. Not for me. This is for Donna's group that loves her. Where's my gong? Here it is. Two Pooties or whatever. I even forget the name. What was the name? Putty. Okay. Putty. Two, not one, but two.
Two.
And isn't Catherine? Yeah. So you need to know, like, have a fact and not worry about who didn't come through, what they didn't say. You need to know by what they said today to you that when you pray, your prayers go up, girl. They rise up high. So keep praying. When you get that feeling, like do a Hail Mary, do an Our Father, just do God help them, whatever. Hey, Mike, Archangel Michael, please assist. It could be the smallest prayer, like 2 words. Oh, God's a prayer.
Right.
It goes woo up all the way. All the angels, all the saints, all God hears you. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So don't get judgy. Don't get condemning on yourself. Don't get on the world. Like, then when you get into that space, that's not Donna. And later you always feel, oh, I hate when I get like that, So you're really this light in this world. They're reminding you of that. So when you do that, which you are that, they are applauding you, honey. Keep it up, okay?
Okay.
Because you're always going to have something to bitch about because the world is not perfect. Let's face it. Okay? We're not perfect in it, But when we look at the good stuff, it is to celebrate. And one of the good things today is you are celebrated. They're coming in loving you. Your mom and dad are getting along and they're in love, and God love them. They're a good looking couple. They love their family, even your husband. They love it. They love him,
Yeah, well, he passed too.
Oh, he did. I'm sorry. They acknowledged him. I didn't know that he was there. Okay. Isn't that funny? When I first started, that's why I thought I had to clear it and get the paper over, because I had written Megan, then I had written Donna, and I didn't know if it was her father or your father. Then when I went to just Donna, it was your dad all the way.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, no. Let's see. Because I did feel him. He did kind of come in with your dad being Megan's father and your father kind of sailing in together. So right away, you know that they're getting along over there.
Yeah, they always say.
Yeah, they're like really they came in together. Is this just 8 years ago that he died?
It was
7. Okay, sorry. He gives me that feeling like not 10, but after 5 and kind of around 8 feeling. And he says he didn't want to go, honey. He wanted to stay here with you, but he couldn't stay.
Right.
Okay. And whatever happened to him, he was either slurring words or not able to form words. And he's saying, but you were very telepathic with him. You knew what he was saying. You know what I mean? Like you had a very telepathic communication. Whether, you were at his bedside and you were talking prayer talk. You know what I mean?
Right.
So know that all those words did get to him. Know that he did. Did you guys meet young? Like 17?
Yeah.
16?
Like
18? Yeah. You were teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if he was 2 years older than you, but back then it was a big deal. Now it's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
Well, he was 10 years older.
Oh, well, the age difference would have been a big deal back then. But now, if he was alive there, it'd be not a big deal. You see?
Right.
The age difference he's talking about. I thought he said 2 was 10. But know that it talks about the age difference. Talks about how it was a big deal.
Right.
But he proved himself. People loved him. People knew that he was truly in love with you. It would never hurt you. It would always be the good husband that he always was, Do you worry that he had depression before he died?
No, I really
because he's saying he didn't.
I know he didn't. Not that he didn't want to die. He had pancreatic, and it got bad. Like he had it. He lived 2.5 years with it.
Don't worry about depression during, and don't worry about depression in heaven. Because to him, he'll see in a little bit, even if you live to 100. It's their view of time. Okay? And he says he guides you to books to read. He guides you to things like this to know that he's right by your side. He went up, he had the reunion of souls, he had the big party, came back, wake funeral, and he pulled right back into your house. He's living with you.
He is there.
He's like, I should be an electrician. I should have been an electrician, how good I am at flickering the lights. Oh, yeah. You've dreamt of him how many times? He lays in bed and makes the bed move a little bit, like you felt like someone sat on the bed.
Oh, my God, yeah. I mean, sometimes I feel like somebody taps me on the shoulder.
Yeah, yeah. because it's it's a message of I am with you. Hey, I want you to know this. I want you to have a physical sensation to prove that I am here. You can't deny that you just felt that. You know, you didn't have too much cough medicine. You know what I mean? And how do you connect with March?
March is our anniversary.
There you go. Right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't know what you wore that day, but when you met, it was the short shorts, but it was he's like, I don't know how, I don't know why, I don't know what, but I'm going to marry her. And I feel like you kind of saved him because he was really not in a good space when he found you, you know, but he was successful. Financially, he was great. Emotionally, not. I think he just either lost somebody right at that time. Do you know if he had a death right around when you met him?
Well, his mom had passed like a few years before I met him.
That's
he
it.
was an only child.
That's it. He had a death that traumatically scarred him. And, you know, you kind of just, you do. You look at the world differently now. You know, it's just such a big void in it. You know, your own mother isn't there anymore, you know. And here comes this woman, and he knew his mother sent you to him. He knew his mother put you two together, you know. And he says, you can't fight it. Like that. He's like, in other words, he's stubborn, your husband.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, he wasn't getting a no from you. He wasn't listening to it, you know. Were you working at the Acme or something? Were you a cashier or something when he met you? What job were you doing when you met him?
We were working together, and it was at a...
Okay.
Yeah, it was a trim fit, it was called. They made baby clothes.
Like a store?
Yeah.
Okay. Was he the manager? Was he the manager?
He was a manager, not mine though. He was back.
Right. Oh no, not yours. How dare he be your manager? Right. I don't know if you did payroll. I don't know if you helped close out the cash registers, did the end of the night drop, whatever. But know that he liked your professionalism and that you were beyond your years. Like you acted very more older than you were, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Did you go on to accounting or to study business in college?
I did business in high school.
Business, okay. And then who wound up being a nurse? Huh?
I went to a business school.
Yes. Dan, and you knew, like you were making such big, mature. Who wound up being a nurse or working in the health field? Is this your daughter?
No, my sister, she worked in the health field. Like she was with
Was she somebody that came over and helped him?
Did she come and help him?
Yeah, when he was passing.
No, she didn't.
Is her name Joyce? Joyce?
No.
Joyce.
Her name is Diane.
Diane. Funny, I got that in the last reading, Diane. Joyce. Who's Joyce?
I don't know.
Maybe I'm hearing Joy. Okay, did he play the guitar? Your husband acoustic? Or did somebody play a guitar at his funeral?
Oh.
Somebody play a guitar at his funeral? Or wake, I mean?
They played the bagpipes.
Okay, that's it. Because it's music and it's not like the normal, like, you know, songs that you would sing. It's like something special for him. Yeah. And did you know somebody that knew this person that did the bagpipes?
Yeah.
Right. It's like a connection, you know. Yeah. It's not like you hired bagpipes. Can you have an hour? Okay. Yeah. So it's like, what a great friend to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have boys?
I do.
Okay.
No.
Because it's not just Megan, it's the boys.
I have
and do you have 4 altogether?
2 girls. 2 boys.
Thank you. That's 4.
Yeah.
I know 2 and 2. I studied in 2nd grade. That's 4. Drop the mic for your husband. Your husband's in love with you, honey. He didn't just get along with you because the kids would have a good life if mom and dad liked each other. He actually liked you. He got a kick out of you. You would go left, he would go right, but you always wanted the same things out of life, didn't you?
Right. And he was back. Like there was nobody. Yeah. I can never find another like him.
Why
he
look?
Was the only one around.
Why look? Yeah. And you know what? The thing is, you're not an old lady, okay? No. You need to understand this. You two were in heaven, and he knew he was charted to come in this lifetime, not to have this elderly life. So that's why you were so young when he met you.
Right.
You had to get that fresh beginning, get in there as legally okay to do it. Start, you know? Yeah. So on that, I just want to say I'm so honored to be a part of your love story today. Who gets married in March? Come on, he did great. And I know that he came in linked in with your father. I had to discern with who to tap into first. And yeah, your husband's, now when I say this earthbound, I don't mean he's stuck, he never crossed over. Again, he crossed over. He did everything he needed to do over there. He enjoyed everything he could. Oh, such a great reunion of souls. Came back, wake funeral, and went right back to where you are. You go from here to there, he goes with you. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. He's not attached to the stuff. He's attached to you. And he doesn't miss anything that's going on. Who had the boy? Who had a little boy?
My son.
Yep.
Had a little boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
He says, oh, I almost forgot to talk about my grandson. Yeah, the grandchildren that have come. I don't know if there's one on the way and one that's already here because he does talk about two. And just know that he's aware of the grandchildren.
Yeah.
All of them.
The grandchildren, a boy and a girl.
Yeah, there's two. It's either in there baking or they're both here. Yeah.
They're here.
Yeah. Yep. And know that would they have come in after he died?
Yeah,
right?
They were here before he died.
Oh, they were?
Oh,
then there's more coming, honey. Then there's more coming. Because know that he loves his grandchildren. He didn't want to end this without bringing up the two of them. First the boy, then the other one. And then he says, and he talks about the grandchildren that come after his death, which would be, again, you've heard in other readings, he wants to tell you personally, he would have met them before you, right? He would have met them in heaven before they were sent down.
Okay.
Okay? So know that he's witnessing all this joy he's experiencing with you. He's not missing out. Okay? And when you sleep, you're having some makeout sessions over there. Keep it PG. Okay. So when you sleep, your soul goes and he meets you halfway and you actually exist in a plane between heaven and earth. And you can chat all night long. That's where we have little visits. We wake up with remembering pieces of it. Yeah. So look forward to hugs and kisses and all kinds of stuff that hopefully you will remember when you wake up that you just had with him. And imagine him right there with his arm around you, holding his hand, because he doesn't walk behind you. He walks next to you with you. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that little tap on the shoulder is a little reminder like, oh, yeah, it's real. I'm here. I'm not a ghost. You know, your soul and my soul out of the body is talking to each other.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. And he loves you. You look beautiful. You're beautiful to him. Okay?
Good.
That young Allie and Noah from the Notebook, that's the two of you. That's the way you see each other. And that's forever the way you'll always see each other. Okay?
Okay.
Mwah.
Good.
All right. So I'm going to shuffle the cards. I want you to tune in to your heart. And whenever you want to say stop, say it nice and loud.
Stop.
Yep. I am standing right next to you. Of course you get that card because that's what he just said. I am standing right next to you. You can't make this up. Your reading was spectacular, honey.
Yeah,
Do you know you're changing people's lives right now? Right now they're scratching their head going, is this real? Can this have happened? It's live. You can't even edit it. It's just naturally organic, just unfolding. He's standing right next to you. Now, this card, when you see it, is two people holding hands, and they're kind of blurry. And there's a reason for that, because it means even though you can't see me clearly, I really am still here. And again, remember he said, I am not walking behind you, watching over you. I walk right next to you holding your hand. Remember? And what is that? Two people, a man and a woman, and they're holding hands.
Right.
I feel like I'm a lawyer. I rest my case. And they're all different. Look at this. They're all different. There's not one anything like the other in this deck. For you to say, you said stop. I didn't make you say stop. It's not a card trick.
Right.
Wow. So be kind. Be that light in the world. As your vibe is up, not only do you feel good and have a great life, but you connect more with those you love that connect with you. All right?
Okay.
All right. God bless you, Donna.
All right.
All right. Now you got to call Megan and tell her everything, right? Or she's probably watching, hopefully.
She is watching and she's sitting right beside me.
Oh, well, you got to give her a hug when we hang up because it was for her putting this donation in for you to win this, right? She's a good daughter.
And I know she did it before, and I wasn't home.
Oh, really?
There was a little mix up. Yeah.
Well, God always has a plan. We make our plans, but then life happens because God has his plans. All right. Well, God bless, and I hope to do this again in another show. Okay? Spread the word, honey.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, we need people to spread the word. And one of the things I got to spread the word about is our top donation for today. So if you're our top donation, you are guaranteed to get a reading at the end of the show. So if you want to put that extra $1 or $2 in to make you a little bit more than everybody else, do that because that's a little sneaky way of doing it. I'm just kind of passing it along. So that was amazing. Wasn't that amazing? That was pretty amazing. And then we got Sophia picking the next one. Come here, my little Sophia. This is my third grandchild, Mia's sister. My little Sophia. Look, smile to the camera because you know you're a star. Do your little kid.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, you got to make sure you get on camera.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And the winner is, let me see what it says here.
Alicia.
I think we're saying it right. Alicia, maybe? Maybe Alicia.
Here, I'll put it in the
Alicia.
Alicia.
Feliciano. Okay, let me get rid of that. Oh. Wow, that was crazy. I said a word I never even heard of. What was it? Poo? I can't even say it now.
Putty.
Yeah, there's two putties. She's not a one putty, but there's two putties. I almost fell off my chair when she said that.
Oh, she just.
This girl has it together. She's calling already. Hello, is this Alicia?
Alicia. Yes, it is. Alicia.
Alicia, we did say it right the first time. You were right, Sophia. Okay, Alicia. Okay. I know you have probably a million people saying your name wrong. I know so many people named Alicia, and they all, so I know it's a burden, isn't it? But it's such a pretty name. Such a pretty name.
Thank you.
So, I don't know if you've been watching today, and I just want to give you a little heads up that I feel how they love you. So if a mother steps forward, it's a mother or mother-in-law. A father is a father, father-in-law. Sister, brother-in-law. You can have a which is not your brother or your sister. Children that come in that could step forward to be acknowledged that made it or didn't. And absolutely our pets have souls. They can come through. Okay? So let's just see who comes through for you. Ooh, I get a very young girl coming through. Who's young that's female that's passed? A cousin? Your daughter? I don't want it to be your daughter. Please say no.
No.
No, good. Who's a young girl that died? Is it a friend of yours? I feel like she's like a sister, but she's not. So that's why I said cousin. She's to your side. She died very, very young, honey. She died in her teens or in her 20s.
Yeah, I can't place that.
And sometimes when they know I can see them and hear them and feel them, and you're connected to somebody that they would benefit to know they're okay, they will come through. So it doesn't have to be acknowledged now. I don't have to hear, oh God, Teresa, you're so great. I can't believe you could figure this out later, and it's already somebody who passed. So don't fear for this to come. And when you do, just reach out to them and say their loved ones love them, and that they're in the grace of God. They're in heaven. They're happy. Okay.
Okay.
I kind of feel like this girl died very young, and she absolutely knew she was dying. I almost feel like there's a foundation or some kind of something in her name. I know it's going to sound corny, but you ever see Alex, the lemonade stand? It's something like that little girl. I feel like it's kind of like her, you know, somebody that would be like that they would have took the tragedy and made it into something worldwide, or at least in her area, that would help people that went through what she was going through. I absolutely feel your mother just stepped forward, honey. So you have a mom coming through. Okay, hold on one second. Were you very, very close to your grandmother on that side?
Somewhat when I was young.
Right. Okay, hold on. And how do you connect with the month of May, which is Mother's Day? Is that your grandmom?
No, I have kids that were born in May. Two of my children were born in May.
Could it be an aunt or something? Did your mom have sisters?
My mom does have sisters. You know what? I do have an aunt that passed away that was born in May.
There you go. Okay. And you know what? I do. I felt this so strong for you in the beginning. I want to say it again. You don't have, and I love that. Thank you, because that helps people understand that this is a process and it's happening,
Right.
and that you got that. But like, let's say you don't know one thing I'm saying, and later you go, oh, that's great. Because if you called me and told me, oh, we found out she did die in May, and blah, blah, I would say, then what did I say? I really wouldn't remember. So, is your biological mother passed?
No.
No. Okay. Is the aunt the May connection? Is she your godmother?
No, but I did spend a lot of time with her when I was young.
Okay. Because I keep getting that grandmother as a mother figure, but then I also get this, she's with her daughter, and I didn't know if that was your mom or not. I keep getting a mother over there, though, too. Do you have a mother-in-law or an ex-mother-in-law passed?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, actually, no. My first marriage, my mother-in-law had passed.
There you go. Because I keep getting like, imagine me looking to my right and talking to your grandmom and talking to your aunt, the one that died in May, the May connection. Okay. And I keep getting pulled like to the left, like someone pulling on my shirt going, but I'm her mother. I'm her mother. Talk about me. I'm a mom. I'm like, all right. So I thought, okay, if this isn't her biological mom, maybe. And I did get that feeling like ex. So that would make sense when you said my first marriage. So there you go. And you don't expect her to come through because she's died so long ago and all that's so behind you. But you know what? As they're over there and they become a better person and your relationship is in a better way, they love coming in to love and support you and just say, you know, I am better than I was when I was here, you know?
Right.
And did she have a short, was she young, like in her 60s when she died?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So she didn't have a long life. She had a shorter life. And it's just her way of saying, you know, just because you let go of that doesn't mean all the people that really did care about you, that really care about you, because now we even know you more in heaven, we want to be acknowledged too, you know? Okay, hold on. And we were in November. So it's October. So is your birthday September?
No.
October. Whose birthday just passed? I thought it was your birthday. They're saying happy birthday belated.
Well, maybe,
no, it's somebody alive.
Right.
Somebody alive. It's a happy birthday here. It's in your life. It's just they see your life going on. Okay.
Right.
Do you have an ex-husband passed too, or a husband? Were you actually married 3 times?
No, 2.
Did you have 3 strong relationships though? Because you're charted for 3. And they're saying you've already had them. Are you in a relationship now?
Yeah.
Okay. And there is 2, but I do feel somebody passed. Who's the old boyfriend that passed or your ex-husband that passed?
None of them that passed. I mean, they're still alive.
Your husband's here. It's existing. You're in it. It's happening. You know, if not, you said no. I was going to say shave your legs because you're meeting him tomorrow. You know, it's about somebody that would have liked you in that way, and who has crossed wanting to. And who's the Tony?
Yeah.
Who's Tony?
An ex. Well, I guess like an ex-grandfather. Like it was my mom's husband, like father.
Oh, okay. Your
So, yeah, we have a relationship.
mother's ex, Tony?
Yeah.
So it's like a stepfather kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, father figure. Okay. Was your dad actually Italian too?
No.
Or is your husband Italian?
No, my husband's not Italian either.
Well, there's more Italians showing up. Like I hear Frank for some reason.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. And you sure you don't have a sister or sister-in-law passed?
I had like a stepsister that passed.
Thank you.
But she, yeah, but
It's
she
okay.
was old, like she was older. She wasn't in her 20s.
Right. But it's okay. And that was kind of like almost like a child feeling that was more mature than Alex the Lemonade Stand. Like whether she was 18, whether she was 24, she feels very young, that other girl. And I feel like I hear the word campaign, like a whole force behind her name. Maybe you volunteered at something and you are thrown off to think that they could see that you did that in their name and that they would actually come through a medium. You know what I mean? Huh?
It was a suicide walk.
Yeah. And who were you doing that for? Thank you.
For my sister.
Your sister. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That's that like that's the sister. That's a feeling like a sister. And she's talking about that foundation that now I'm going to be switching phones right now. If we get disconnected, call right back. Got it?
Right. I will.
Hello?
I'm here.
I did it. Yay.
Yeah.
1 for me. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, turn this way. Okay. Go ahead, say hello.
Hello.
There you go. Okay. That whole foundation, that whole wave of support and awareness and teaching people and trying to cope with and prevent and uplift people and make good choices, like all that stuff is so powerful. She's thanking you for that. Now, I don't know if she lived out of state from you. It made it a little bit more difficult to kind of just reach out and have a cup of sugar and chat or whatever. But she says she always felt like you did accept her and love her.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, you welcomed her in with open arms. Okay, right now. So is it her? Like, is her anniversary November? Is it her birthday just passed?
Well, her birthday was October.
October. That's it. Forget the living. We want to say happy birthday to the living, whoever it is. But that she goes, remember when you said that? Well, you can say that about me, she said. So I'm like, okay, we're in November, October. Right, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So know that she's with you right now. She's able to connect to you. In fact, that's how they do this. They connect to me to talk to you. So that's why I do phone readings in Poland, Australia, Israel, United Kingdom 2 weeks ago. I had somebody. Like, it's crazy. And they come in just like they're standing right with me. How does that even work when they're standing with you? They just can. You know, we don't have one thing up on heaven, right? And I'm talking to you on a piece of plastic with no cord. All right?
Right.
How are we doing that? Right?
Right.
Okay. Did you just talk to your sister like a month before she died?
It was a few months. But
Like
yeah,
July? Something about July. I don't know if that's your birthday. Something about July. And she's just talking. Oh, okay. She kept going, July, 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 like that. July's when she passed. This is her way of saying there was nothing in her voice that would say she would do this. There was nothing that you should have picked up on. You have to let that go, that you can control someone else. You can only control yourself. And that's even limited. Like you're going to have one chip. You can't just have one chip. Do you ever hear that? Like you can't. You can't have one Oreo. No.
True.
Unless it's a mega stuffed one, but even that's negotiable. But look this is her way of saying she loves you. She can feel your love inside of her. She wants you to know that she knows more than you how much you love her. You know, that's why she's screaming July. That's why I don't make her show up. There's not a force that comes from me and God that makes anybody connected to Alicia come through. She planned this. She made you get picked. She needs to resurrect herself, she said. I am not distraught in heaven. I did not go to hell. I went to heaven's rehab and Dr. Phil's station. I worked on myself, you know. Did she hang herself?
Yeah.
Thank you. I kept suspecting pills because that's typically not to tell people what to do. If you're out there, don't do it. But the least thing is when they hang themselves. That's the least thing. It's the most, you know. And she showed me a rope. That's it. And she's a sweetheart because a lot of times when I get that, just for you to know, I typically get a choking sensation. I really feel a part of it. She didn't give me any of that. She just showed me a rope with a lot of love. So she's a good person. She's not misunderstood. Don't label her as somebody that people didn't really get to know. Everybody knew her. She was there. She was who she was, you know?
Right.
And she had her issues and she had her good things. We all do. You know, she had something in her head tricking her to say this was the answer when it wasn't. Because you go over with all the crap. You don't leave it. You understand that? You have a broken arm. You have all this angst in you and sadness and whatever, unfinished business, anger, whatever. You leave in that way. Your arm isn't broken anymore, but you still feel all that angst. You still feel the anger. You still have all that unfinished business. Do you understand that? So she had a lot to do when she went over there. All right. How long ago was this? This is only 3 years ago?
It was in 2018. Yeah.
You want me to add? Oh, what is it? What is it? 20? Is it? Oh, it's 3. Yeah, there you
3
go.
years ago. That's like you said.
I have someone going 3 over here. You want me to? I'm up there. I can't spell the. I come back down here and I'm grounded. And I'm like, okay, back to the physical world. You know, there you go. That's 3 years. Drop the mic for your sister, right? Who did you want to connect with, honey? And know that you are standing in a room where you have all these beings surrounding you, all the way around you. Your angels, your spirit guides, God, your sister, all these people that love you. Your pets are running around and they're having fun. You have this entourage that if you want, I need help, rally the troops, they're right there. You know that. You're not that lucky getting all those good parking spots, Alicia. Right? You know that. Unless you ask to lose weight, then you get the ones all the way in the back. And they make you walk.
Right.
So, right? Isn't that true?
Yeah.
So,
true.
was she wanting to be cremated? But she did not get cremated?
I honestly don't know what happened. Everything is just done, and I tried to ask her husband and didn't get a clear answer.
That's okay.
She don't know anything. So,
at the funeral, though, was it a casket?
There was no funeral. There was nothing. Everything was just done, and I don't know what was done. So
I'm so sorry. Well, then that kind of feeds into what she wanted and she didn't get. So know that the material stuff doesn't really matter much to them. Know that her preference would be to be cremated. doesn't matter really, because it's almost like taking off a coat, hanging it up, and them taking it and burying it or cremating it. It's not really them anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
No, I
it's
feel
really for the living more than those who have passed. It's respect for those who have passed, but it's really for the living, the ritual of service, of celebrating life, sometimes they call it, or the funeral or the wakes and all that. Do you know what I mean?
that. Right.
So
I am-
whatever you did, whether, because I almost feel like somebody planted a tree for her, and I feel something growing. And I feel like that was beautiful. You didn't have to do anything, really.
Right.
Do you understand?
I think her daughter did. Yeah.
Yeah, whether it's a butterfly bush or an azalea bush or something. I feel like something was planted and is growing. And it's all good. It's all good. Like, it's not, your love is not measured by all the things you do in their memory. It's your love, period. You know, all that other stuff is fun. It's nice. Again, more for the living, but they love it. They have fun. But again, they don't measure it by. Okay? Her things don't matter to her. You matter. Her kids matter. Get it?
Right.
Got it? So
I got it.
don't worry about what you didn't get or what her daughter didn't get or somebody did or something he sold or he got rid of. If anything really truly was cherished by her, she would have it in the world she's in. There's no loss in heaven. Okay? And how do you connect with the color purple? I see a purple birthstone ring.
Oh, I wonder if that's the suicide ribbon that we had. Was purple.
Is it really?
I don't know if that's the true one, but I know that.
I don't know. Really. I know purple.
Put on the shirt.
I'm pretty sure purple is for pancreatic cancer. That's all I know. But I'm sure purple's a pretty color. It's going to be used for other things, I'm sure.
Right.
But
they may have thought it was her favorite color. So.
And it's her favorite color. I like it too myself. So I don't know if there's t-shirts. I don't know if there's a walk. I don't know if there's in the future that something will be done and you could add yourself to it and just in her honor. It doesn't have, like, it could be for millions of souls, but know that she will be walking alongside you or helping you facilitate whatever you're doing to help others. Okay. Know that your loved ones know her in heaven. You understand that? Like your grandparents, your friends, your family they're all networking, being her family, her friends. Got it? She's not alone. Okay. And I don't know what a bunny means or a rabbit. I just saw a white bunny for some reason. March, April is Easter. Is anybody pregnant?
Not that I know of. Okay. My daughter lost a bunny recently.
Are you serious?
So that's her pet bunny. Yeah.
Get out of here. Who am I to say what it means? They give it to me, I give it to you. I'm not really supposed to say anything. But I got a bunny, like a bunny, a fluffy bunny. Isn't that the cutest thing? Your daughter's going to love that bunny, the rabbit came through.
Yes, definitely have to let her know.
This is not hope. This is a fact that when she crosses over, hopefully a long time from now, a part of her lifestyle, part of her life existence in heaven will be living, and this bunny will be part of her life because they're already there. Okay?
I'll be so happy to tell her. Thank you.
Yeah. Young and healthy and soft and happy. Doesn't have arthritis. It's funny. I feel like the bunny had something with the back leg. Yes, I'm saying that the bunny said that.
I think that was the case, honestly.
Yeah. I remember the first time a dog talked to me to tell the owner, all this stuff, like maybe the name, maybe how old he was, whatever, all this stuff. He held him, whatever, blanket, whatever, all these things he did. And I go, wait a minute, I'm talking to a dog. A dog's talking to me. It's kind of your fur. What do you call it? Your fur. I can't even think of the word. Say, Spirit, don't tell me. I can't say it because I got to think on my own. Oh, forget it. So just love that you were a part of this show. This made it so special. I think the bunny, if anybody was listening, was bored. And wait a minute, there's a bunny coming through. Woke a few people up out there. That if the bunny comes through, that means their mother, their father, their son, their daughter, their loved ones that have passed are with them. You gave such a gift to the listener of the show. Okay? So remember that your daughter didn't lose a bunny. I never had one. I'm highly allergic. I think they're the cutest thing. Yeah, they're just such loving, little, cute, little, fuzzy, little, love balls of, light. But I just could never have one. So I'm glad she had that experience, And was it a human name? Was it a girl?
It was a girl.
Girl?
I don't know the name. It was something like
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a Greek god or something. I don't know.
I just feel like a little crown on her, like a little crown, like a little princess crown on the bunny, So I mean, she was treated like royalty. Trust me.
She was. I can tell you
She
that.
was. That's that little sign of that, And definitely a girl. Definitely a girl. So think of somebody who's passed. I'm going to shuffle for you. And it was an honor. And you can listen to this as we upload this onto Facebook. I'm on Facebook. We'll be on Facebook too. But on YouTube, you could watch it again. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So think of past. And whenever you want to say stop, I'll stop and I'll turn over the top card.
Okay.
Okay. We have been together in dreams.
Yeah.
So you have dreamt of people that have passed, maybe even been aware of it while you're dreaming, going, hold on, wait a minute. I think, wait, you died, And then you wake up and you remember it. And it's not forgotten. It kind of stays in there to kind of pull it forward, and fragments of it can absolutely be remembered. The tree in this, because you'll see a beautiful tree, that's family first. So people that feel like family, people that are your family, focus on them. That's where your happiness is. And it's funny how, oh my God, look at this. It's purple. There's purple lilacs, like lavender growing all over the ground in this picture. And that was your friend's favorite color, right? Your sister. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. And at the very bottom, you may not be able to see it, is an open book with lavender growing from it and going into the fields and everything. That means they're still learning in heaven. You don't just know everything when you get to heaven. You have to heal. You have to realize you get a higher understanding. There's more growth. You can become a better version of yourself in heaven. Okay. And she's doing that.
Okay.
Who were you thinking of when I pulled this card? Was it your grandma?
Well, actually, the person that you mentioned, Tony, is the person I was thinking of because I dreamt of him this morning.
Oh, wow. Okay, because I kind of felt like it might not be her, but there's a little bit of everybody in that card.
Right.
I think they all gave you a kiss and a hug. All right. Well, thank you for being a part of this. Please tell your friends and family. We have no way of advertising. So if you could help by spreading the word about our show every Sunday, 2 to 5, giving out readings to get now, not to wait years through the gift in me. This would mean a lot to the afterlife and also me and everybody here at Spirit Inspires. Okay?
That's what I will. Thank you so much.
All right. And you're so loved. God bless you. Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Okay, wow. That was pretty cool because I kind of got that sister, but then a friend. Who is this woman? And then I got that younger soul. And then here it wound up being a stepsister that wound up, hanging her, whatever. It's sad, but they don't like to be like thought of how they die. They don't want to be high. I'm the liver cancer. Hi, I'm a brain aneurysm. Hi, I'm a car accident. They don't want to be determined by their way of death. So if we could look past that and just remember part of the good things in life that they experienced, that we shared, that we remember about them, or could even imagine them experiencing now, that would be such a tribute to them. So they really do want that. They say that to me all the time. I think we're at that point where we're going to be doing the last reading, maybe?
Yep. We got it.
Okay, we got it. Okay. You can tell them. Come here, get over here. This girl is not shy, by the way. You do your TikTok stuff and all that stuff. You love being in front of the camera. Don't even play this acting.
Top donation is for
Teresa Sanchez for AC.
Top donation is for Teresa Sanchez. And what does that say?
For AC.
For AC? Oh, a person's name is AC? Oh, so it's not for Teresa, it's for AC. Is that right?
yes.
Okay.
Teresa Sanchez
Oh.
donated for AC.
AC.
So I'm guessing the
Okay.
reading is for AC.
All right. So
Please call.
Teresa, you donated. Teresa Sanchez donated and you got picked. But your initial donation is really for AC. So Teresa, in behalf of AC, or have AC call 215-393-9021. 215-393-9021. And we had a great show. We're not done yet, but we had a great show, didn't we, today, guys? Spirit came forward. Didn't they, Sophia? They came through. We had a bunny come through it. Was that the cutest?
That is so neat. I always see a bunny.
You always see a bunny? Do you get that for a symbol, like of pregnancy, or
No, I think
fertility?
it's just like my totem.
Oh, your totem.
My,
Okay.
my spirit.
Yeah, I
totem.
never
always
see a
say-
bunny. And
I was walking away and you're like, I see a bunny.
yeah, but her daughter lost her bunny.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's both. Sign for me and sign for her.
Sign for you. So yeah, if you ever get any signs through these readings, please take them.
I take it as a me too.
Me too, piggybacks, whatever you want to call it. The spirit can talk to one of us or talk to many of us with one message. So there's not a coincidence that you are a part of our show watching today. So we want AC to call 215-393-9021.
We have it in the chat room and people are sending it to us.
Okay.
So should be calling in.
They're going out there and sending it out there.
Do you want to pick a number?
Yeah, do it. Oh, the energy is so good today. I mean, sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's light. It's strong, but it's so holy. It's so uplifting. I'm telling you, as we go through the holy holidays and everything, this is just a time to grow for sure. Yeah, we'll do the number after. Is this AC?
Yes,
AC, is that you?
yes.
Okay, am I saying your name right?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Good. I just have that thing, like I hate saying someone's name wrong. I think it's, and I usually do, but I ask to be corrected. So welcome to the show. You're our top donation. Yay. Let's give a little hand to AC. Woo!
I think that's a sign to go to AC.
Yeah, maybe we should go to AC.
Okay.
So look you need to know that you were pulled to the show. Somebody did this for you. Maybe you asked to, however it happened, there's no mistake that me and you were on the phone this week. How many people donate that you are our top donation and that you got picked today. So they love you. Before I even start, you're getting hugged and kissed by all your loved ones, your angels and God, and even your soul, honey. You have I can feel it over the phone. You're very psychic yourself, but you kind of get confused that you don't know it's the bad guy or the good guy. You cannot ever, remember I taught you this, get anything good happening from the bad guy. So the minute it's good or it feels like someone's there protecting you, it's the good guy. You understand? If you smell roses, if you smell cotton candy, if you have any connection to the afterlife, it's all in the Holy Spirit. The bad guy would never want to give you that. He wants to put you in the poo, okay? He wants to make you feel so far away from them. God sees them standing right next to you and wants to give you the clue that they are with you. You're not alone. So I do feel a lot of loss around you too. So let's see. We might have the
My boyfriend recently passed away.
Yep. I feel a lot of loss for you. So we're going to have a lot of spirit come through. And let me see here. Hold on one second. Okay. Was this just like a month ago?
No, it's actually like 4 days ago.
4 days. Okay. Because he says days, not months. He wouldn't let me go past that 1 month.
No.
Okay. I do feel like his life was taken.
Yes,
And he says it's not my fault.
Yes, I know.
You need to know that, because the anger in you is going to kill you, honey. It's going to get you in trouble. And he says this is not what he wants for you. Now, do you have a daughter from somebody else, or is this his daughter?
No, he don't have no kids.
You have a daughter.
No.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Well, okay, let's go through. Did you have a child that didn't make it? Because you have a daughter, honey. I see a daughter. So if you were pregnant and you had a miscarriage, the baby didn't make it, yep, know that it's your little girl, okay? And know that if he's not connecting to her here, she's not alive, he's with her in the afterlife, okay?
Right.
Okay, hold on one second. And how do you connect with January? Somebody alive, January.
January. Is it a female?
Okay, January 11th or the 11th of a month. Does he have a sister alive?
Yes,
and do you have a brother?
He has a brother here.
Do you have a brother too?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Is his services not happen yet?
No, it's not. It comes on Thursday.
Thank you. Where I grew up, it's always 3 days later. 3 days later. You're saying 4 days ago, but he goes, do you want me to talk about the service, anything that happened? He goes, oh no, it didn't happen yet. Okay. I feel like they're going to get delayed again. They were delayed once, they're going to get delayed again. Was he outside?
Yes, he was.
Okay. Did anybody run him over?
No,
or shoot him?
Well, he got in a car crash.
Okay, because I see a car and I feel the word impact. So I didn't know if somebody hit him, rolled over, like hit him with a car, or he got shot. So
yeah, he got shot.
Oh, he did get shot too?
And yeah.
This is why I tell you everything I get, even if I don't understand it. Because I see a car and I see a gunshot. Tell me what happened in the car.
They hit him and looked that out.
They did hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. Like they crashed into him and they got out and they shot him.
So that's that feeling of hitting him, rolling over him, like something attacking him in a vehicle, you know? He's in another vehicle besides the point, and then that shot. And this is a sabotage. This is somebody on purpose trying to get somebody that he was with. Do you know that?
I didn't hear you.
Listen, this was somebody rolling up on him, trying to get somebody that he was with.
And somebody he was with?
He was attacked because of somebody he was with. So if he was alone in the car, it was because he was with somebody they were mad at or they wanted to get. And then they wanted to get him too. I don't think this is all about just getting him.
Right.
You understand? Yeah.
Right.
And were you with him for 2 years?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Were you with him for 2 years? He talks about having a long-term relationship with you, that he wanted to move in with you. Or he wanted you to live with him.
We have a new house, so yeah, we moved in that new house.
He said, I wanted to move in with you. I wanted you to move in with me. So you just moved into a new house?
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, honey, I am so sorry for all that I'm telling. This is literally hell on earth right now I'm talking about. Disease sucks. Let me tell you, like babies getting cancer. Like this world is filled with horrible things that happen. This poor kid had his whole life ahead of him with you. Do you understand that? You had your whole life ahead of yourself with him. You know?
Right.
Is his name Kristen?
No.
Christian?
No.
What's the word Christian mean to you? Is it a street?
No.
Was he Christian?
Yes.
I heard Christian.
No.
Did he wear a cross?
No, but he wore
Like Jesus'
bag, like for protection. No.
What did he wear?
It was like a bracelet.
A bracelet. No, not that was that's not a cross, correct?
Right.
Right. Yeah. Was his
I think you're talking about my uncle.
Is Christian his name?
His name is Chris. Yes, that's my uncle.
Okay. Is that your dad's brother?
Yes, that is.
Thank you. You have to know that your I want to say your husband, because basically that's what you were, because you were married, by the way, with this guy. You just didn't have this guy that died. You didn't have the blood work or the blessing or the party with all the presents and cutting the cake, but you were married. Do you understand that?
Right.
Because he called you his wife, didn't he?
Right.
Thank you. Okay. And how do you connect with June? Is that your birthday?
No.
June, July? No?
No.
Is his mother alive?
No. Oh, yeah, yes, his mother-in-law, yeah.
No, his mother. His mom.
His mom, no.
His birth mother.
No. No.
His birth mother's not alive? Who's the, if he said,
I think it was in January.
if he said, mom, like that, he wanted to get to somebody alive that would be like a mother to him. That's alive. Who would that be? His grandma?
My mother.
Your mother?
Your mom? No, like his mom.
Who's alive that would be a mother figure to him?
Yes, his mom.
His mom. Okay. Because when I thought you were saying his mother wasn't alive, and he's going, no, mom. He wants to get to his mother and tell her that he's safe, that he was pulled out of his body, that he didn't feel those last moments of pain. Because technically he bled to death. You know that, right? Oh.
Maybe she'll call back.
What I was getting real quick, and she'll call back, is that, before I forget it, he showed me that it took so long for people to get there and get him. He had already died. Like he had already left. And that the spirits came in, grabbed his soul, knowing that he wasn't going to last much longer. He's not going to learn anything by those last moments of pain, and pulled him out real quick and sent him over. Okay? And just for the record of any listener, I do not watch the news. I do get the weather sometimes. Siri lets me know, or hey Google, okay? But I found a long time ago that if I accidentally walk through the room and there goes somebody getting shot, murdered, whatever, I start feeling what they went through, or the spirit could start bugging me, you know? And here I am trying to help, you know, reach out to. So it's not that I don't want to help. It's just the fact that I don't live a normal life, and I have to protect myself that way. Okay. So I hope that AC, her phone didn't die. Make sure this is off, and it is. That she calls back 215-393-9021. He is such a cutie pie, this guy. And I feel like he was so smart, and he had such as I don't know if he was 21 or 22, but he's really young, real young. And he had his whole life ahead of him, you know? And I feel like he had an older brother that I feel like all these people feel like if they were only there, if they could only get him out of that situation. And sad enough, I feel like it wasn't far from where he lived. You know, like I feel like he was on his way home. So I want to get that validated through her. And just so sad, because I feel like there's so many pictures of the two of them in memory of him, of all the him smiling and all these people that loved him, you know. And I feel like somebody either is planning on getting a tattoo in memory of him, and or has already done it, which is only she said what 4 days ago he died. So that shows you how strong he's coming through. That as spirit crosses, they are just as strong the day they die to come back with us to the day we see them in heaven. They don't get classes in heaven. They don't get stronger and stronger as they live in heaven to connect with us. We start feeling them more, realizing it's them, being able to understand it all, and then it looks like they're getting stronger. But it's really us being able to accept what they're giving. Okay. I get the 22nd, 23rd. 22nd, 23rd. I want to remember that when she calls back. I mean, if her phone died, I really, Elise, I would really, I don't know how you can contact them. Make sure she gets on the show next week, because this kid is really standing right next to her, wanting to pick her up, because everybody's collapsing and just screaming and crying. And revenge is not the answer. You hearing that somebody says that guy is the one that shot him. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's somebody who looked like him. Maybe they totally have it wrong. People make mistakes, you know? And then what? Killing that kid, burying another kid is not the answer, okay? Stopping the violence now, stopping that gun violence right now, not having another bullet fly through the air is our goal. And that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. If I can help in any way for that, I'm very much for that. So if I can help in any way, let me know. Okay. I think we're going to wrap up. I think we've lost her, and she did get a connection, but we're not going to let her go. We'll spin her into the next week. I want to thank everybody for watching. Allow spirit to inspire you. Let your spirit inspire others to be kind, to be loving, to be forgiving, to be that awesome person you know you are. God bless. Much love. See you next week.